and smart, and I love Italian, so, he's definitely Italian.
At least I have this show to come and talk about it and let some stuff up.
What kind of a show are you guys putting on here today?
The Vic Porcelli Show.
Good morning, Friday, freedom fighters. Good morning, Kenny Williams.
Good morning, Vic.
How are you, baby?
I'm good, man. How are you?
All right, good. Great Friday show Ken put together for us. We have a lot of fun today. David Stokes is up first. He'll be along in just a minute, I hope. Larry Connors is under the weather today, so we won't be able to talk to him. But I think that when you talk about two sides of the political fence, right? You got liberals and you got conservatives, and they both have a complete different vision. They can't even look at the same thing and come up with the same story. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. Today, yes.
And, this Islam thing is nothing to joke about. So we're going to give you some audio from a girl who was a member of Islam.
Yes, and she was immersed in it, and she realized what was going on, and she took notes and got out of it, and she'll explain it.
Yep. Susie Moore, what are you watching? Miller Time, all our great stuff for a Friday. Chat box, wheel of audio clips. And Ken, I think today we finally got our Cuban sandwich. Maria Ruhl from Havana 1961 is going to join us at the end of the show. All right, Kenny, who is going to do I'm going to do it.
Yeah, are you?
I can if you want me to.
No. We got it. Don Mueller and the Chesterfield Knights of Columbus.
Yes, Don, go right ahead, buddy.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If you're flying, my God, give yourself a ton of time, okay? Because there were so many cancellations and delays yesterday, like delays in the thousands and cancellations in the hundreds,
Yeah.
And it's all because of the Schumer shutdown. And, let them call it what they want. When CNN can't even back them up and say it was the Republicans' fault, then you're in trouble. And it's your shutdown, not ours.
Yeah, but they keep pushing. I mean, they're really pushing. The media is so far behind them. It's disgusting to watch this. If which everybody listening right now knows exactly what the mainstream legacy Pfizer media is up to. And when they hear what they're doing, they can see it. I see it every morning on GMA and on the Today Show. I watch both try and intersperse back and forth. I have actually where, you can hit one button and bounces back and forth.
Oh, yeah, me too, yeah.
Okay, so I'm hearing this stuff and I'm watching it, and it's just the little words they use that make you understand as a uninformed or ill-informed person that it's the Republicans' fault for sure.
Watch out for the adjectives. I've been saying that for 10 years.
Yep.
Watch out for the adjectives. All right, let's get going here. Let's talk some municipal policy with the Show Me Institute's heavyweight champion of municipal policy, David Stokes. Good morning, champ. How are you?
I'm doing great. Good to see you guys. I'm glad I've got no flights planned soon, so I'm in pretty good shape here, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I am too. I'm in such good shape. I don't even have my real ID, so I can't fly.
Yeah, you have no choice.
All right. That's fine with me. All right, so let's talk about the election results. We talked about a lot of these before the election, tax increases. Let's talk about Rockwood first, how they voted down that tax increase for that school district.
Yeah, that was great news. That was wonderful, and I'm just really proud of a lot of people out there who worked really hard. This was Rockwood just asking for a heck of a lot. I mean, this was a really large tax increase out there, and right after many people in that area hit with big assessment increases. So I was delighted to see it fail. I will tell you though that I was proven right in some ways. Now, thankfully it failed, so maybe not totally proven right. But you saw out there supporters of the tax increase putting out signs and sending out mailings saying, hey, seniors, vote yes. You don't have to pay this. You can vote. They called it a win-win in their mailings and in the signs at the polling places. You can vote yes on this and still not have to pay it. So, and I predicted things like that would be happening. And sure, it didn't work this time. It still failed. but it's gonna succeed at some point. So just it was very frustrating to see those types of tactics, especially from, I'm not saying the school district was doing it, but knowing how opposed the school district was to these property tax changes, and yet the supporters are still out selling it that way. So, but we're going to see a lot more of that as property tax increases come. Ads like, hey, seniors, vote yes, feel good about yourself, and you don't have to pay it. So even with that, though, delighted to see the tax increase fail.
Now, the money that they spend on, call it advertising, propaganda, everything you just mentioned, right? Advertising, mailers, things like that. The money they spend on that, I mean, how much more than that are they trying to get in the tax increase? Much more, I guess?
Well, right. I do not know how much supporters of the tax increase spent. I haven't seen those campaign filings yet. The school district would have likely spent some money on these educational mailers, technically not taking a side. Certainly, they almost always do take a side. But then also, it's perfectly legal for supporters of it to create a committee, and they almost always do in cases like this, where they can run a real campaign and take a side and say vote yes. They just can't do that with taxpayer money. So I don't know how it broke down and who paid for what on these signs that people sent me pictures of, but no doubt they did both angles of it there, and it's just good to see it fail. But when you ask for that much this close to an assessment increase, it's almost spooky how close it came to passing.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about the use tax. I hope I'm right. Festus, Creve Coeur, Ladue, were those the towns?
Those were the only three towns I know of in the St. Louis region. There could have been some more. Send me a tweet if I'm missing one. But interesting, it failed in both Festus and Ladue, and passed in Creve Coeur. Sometimes voters you never know why. Like, why are two neighboring cities, Ladue and Creve Coeur, going to have such different results? And democracy's funny. But it went down in Ladue, went down in Festus. I was particularly happy about Festus when, as I said on this show and talked about in many ways, if they needed money, they should have bid their sewer system out when they sold it 2 years ago, as opposed to sort of putting the fix in for their favorite buyer. So maybe, I don't know if voters were thinking along those lines or not. Probably not. But it was still good to see that use tax fail there. And I'm not even opposed to use taxes per se. There's good arguments for them, and I don't think Creve Coeur passing it is some disaster or anything. Although again, Creve Coeur, like Festus, if they needed this money so badly, I don't know why they passed that giant property tax abatement for the development of Olive and Warson. So, but they won there. But nice to see people in Ladue and Festus say no.
So this is the online tax, right? If you buy things online,
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with brick and mortar sales or purchases, right?
Right. This is applying the sales tax to things you purchase online that get delivered to your house. And voters do have to approve it before cities or counties or others can pass it. And it's been passed in most cities in the area have passed it. But interestingly enough, St. Louis County, the county has not. So if you're buying things having things delivered to your house, look at that receipt and make sure there's no St. Louis County sales tax on it, use tax, because it's not supposed to be there. And if you live in Ladue still, you're exempting your city sales tax too. So if you live in Ladue, have a lot of things delivered to your house. It's pretty cheap.
So I don't know. Like there's a county tax and then a municipal tax. Are other municipalities going to show up on the ballot for a use tax in their city?
Yeah, they've been showing up for the last couple of years, and most municipalities in the area have passed the use tax, and most counties in the area have passed it too. I know St. Charles County has the use tax. I think most of the other neighboring ones do too, but I'm not going to name it because I'm not. I know the city of St. Louis does. I know St. Charles County does. That's sort of the larger county and independent cities. And I know St. Louis County does not. I don't know about Jefferson County and Franklin County, and I don't know about the Illinois counties either. If they do the use tax in the same way, I'm not sure. It's not always in other states is it required for voters to approve things like this. So that's it. But it's been very common in the state ever since the Supreme Court and then the state legislature made some changes 4 or 5 years ago. And again, there's good arguments for the use tax. We've been saying for years at Show Me Institute, we support the passage of them in instances where the cities or counties would say, all right, but here's where we're going to cut spending or cut other taxes, I should say, to really make this a win-win of expanding the tax base, leveling the playing field, and not getting a windfall. Unfortunately, in most of these cases, while I have seen some cities and counties say, if you pass this, we're going to cut other taxes, that's not generally done. And I didn't see it done in any of the 3 cities here.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about the golf carts. Last time we talked about this, I'm sure you remember, I was like, golf carts. So the same St. Louis Board of Aldermen have new regulations. Is that what's going on with the golf carts?
Right. They just passed that at, I think, last week's Board of Aldermen meeting. And it's the main criticism. These regulations, as far as regulations go, these aren't particularly bad. And also, they're not unique. We're talking about the city because, they have more of them in the city. But many of the suburbs in the area already have very similar rules governing golf carts. It's not like the city invented a new big government regulation here. Not that they're not normally happy to, but in this case, they're sort of following the trend. Just saying rules that you can't take them on streets with a speed limit above 25 miles per hour. You can't park it on the sidewalk. They need to have certain basic equipment like mirrors and the like. Nothing too bad. As you read each one of them, there's nothing too awful in it. And I say that as somebody, and I think your regular listeners know, I'm not somebody who just likes all sorts of new regulations.
Right.
I hate them in most instances. But the main critique, and the best one that some aldermen had, because it didn't pass unanimously, is that how are you going to get the police to enforce this? I mean, that's the city of St. Louis Police Department has so much to do, and there's down policemen out on the beat, out on the street, and now you're just sort of throwing a new, less important thing that they've got to enforce and write tickets for. So that is a very, very, very fair criticism of this, because if you pass a regulation and you have uneven enforcement, I mean, that's not good policy to do that. Just drive around the city of St. Louis or anywhere in the region, to be fair, and see all the cars driving around without license plates, without those cars without plates. Most of them don't have insurance, and now you think the police can't even enforce that in the city of St. Louis or many other places, and now you're going to enforce golf cart regulations. It's asking a lot of them.
All right, I'm going to ask two things in one question here, Dave. One thing, golf carts driving on the street, on the roads, seems dangerous to me. I'm sure people are going to get hurt with this, and if they've already been doing it, I guess it's fine. But you talked about that they have to have lights, mirrors, turn signals. Regular cars get vandalized in St. Louis City. What kind of vandalism happens to these golf carts, or will?
Well, I don't know. Certainly, if you leave your golf cart parked out overnight, I think a lot would happen.
Where can you put it? I mean, where are you gonna? You can't park it on the street.
Garage. You put them in your garage, or they're very popular in Soulard, and a lot of the people in Soulard, a lot of people I know, even if they don't have a garage per se, they have secure parking. They have, you can pull that golf cart into your backyard fence and sort of lock it in there. So it's not generally just left out on the street at night. And yeah, they're driven around on streets. We've got people in my neighborhood in University City who own golf carts and drive the neighborhood, drive it around. And that's why they passed the law in the city. You can drive them on streets with less than a 25 mile per hour speed limit. And it's very common. You go to the Hill, you go to Soulard, you go to those sort of neighborhoods there, you see people driving around their communities all the time on golf carts. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it. And as for, is it dangerous? Yeah, I think it is. But, at some point you get people get to make decisions as to their own lives here. And that's why I don't think these regulations go too far. And I don't want them to go further. I don't want them to be banned. If you want to drive if you live in Lafayette Square and you want to sort of drive your golf cart around in the streets around the square, I think you should be able to do it. But yes, it's certainly more dangerous than driving around in an SUV. There's no doubt about that. At least for you.
Right. No, I get it. But I mean, are the penalties the same for driving a golf cart while drunk as driving a car while drunk?
That's a great question, and I don't know the answer to that.
I think it is. I think it is.
Yeah.
Because we went to some party that was in a neighborhood, and they all drove golf carts. Somebody got pulled over, and they got cited for it.
Wow. All right. This is a phenomenon to
me.
Me.
I just want to say I'm not sure if it's the same penalty, but yes, there's certainly a crime committed. You can't. There's lots of things you can't do drunk. Just drunk and disorderly conduct. I don't know if a golf cart counts as a motor vehicle in the same way a car does. You have these 40. That's the reason they make 49cc mopeds, so that they don't count as motor vehicles because they have less than 50 horsepower.
Well, yeah, but what happens if you get pulled, Dave? What happens if you get pulled over in one of those, though?
Well,
drunk. I mean,
legally operated drunk. It's just not the same as a driving while intoxicated ticket. There's other crimes you can do. You're not even supposed to technically walk the public streets while intoxicated. That's public intoxication. That's a
true.
Crime. But just the punishment is not as severe as a DWI going 90 on a highway in an SUV while drunk.
All right, good stuff. The heavyweight champion of Municipal Policy at the Show Me Institute, David Stokes, still undefeated. Dave, have a great weekend. Thank you so much.
Weekend.
Hey, see you, Dave.
See you guys.
He hit the post.
He did. All right, so Ken, I need your. You're like my consigliere, right?
Yeah.
Okay. When we talk about Zoran Mamdani, we have to talk about Islam. I mean, there's just no way not to, right?
Well, we have to. We have to, because silence is deadly.
I get that. I don't want us to sound like racists, because we're not,
and we can explain it every time if we need to. But yeah.
It's scary. Some of their tenets are very scary.
Yeah,
to people who aren't Islam.
Exactly.
All right. We'll talk about that. Hear from somebody who was in Islam and now has gotten out, and she's got some pretty strong words. We'll do that next on 101.9 and 94.1. I love this song. News Talk STL. Welcome home.
Watch us on our live stream using Rumble, Facebook, and Twitter. The Vic Porcelli Show.
We as the evolve our institutions to drive creative new partnerships. Let me be clear. Certain principles of our international system are sacrosanct.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
It's Friday.
News, analysis,
glad you're talking about this.
Opinion.
I'm glad you're fired up about it too, because I know I am.
News Talk STL.
I'm Dr. TJ, owner of the Institute of Natural Health, co-owner of Optimal Nutraceuticals, and the host of Wellness One. Wellness One is designed to cut through the nonsense and provide you common sense science-based information regarding health and wellness. On the show, we discuss topics like thyroid health, gut health, hormone optimization, and many others. Our show airs Saturdays at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. and Sundays at 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. right here on Newstalk STL. And you can visit us at inhstl.com. That's inhstl.com.
Tony Colombo here for Gutter Pros and Exteriors, your all-in-one service team that brings years of experience and quality that's affordable right to your doorstep. Christine and I discovered Gutter Pros and Exteriors when we bought our home and inherited a gutter problem. And they've also repaired siding damage on our home because along with gutter repair, gutter installation, and leaf protection, The Gutter Pros team are also the best for repairing other exterior damage, including fascia, soffit, and all siding repair and installation. Learn about all the ways Gutter Pros and Exteriors can help your home or business right now at gutterpros.com.
Hi, I'm Rodney Wallner.
And I'm Jen Wallner with the Wallner Home Selling Team at Berkshire Hathaway.
Hey, Jen, how do you sell your home for top dollar?
That's easy. Call the Wallner Home Selling Team at 314-810-SOLD.
What if I want a flexible commission plan?
Call the Wallner Home Selling Team at 314-810-SOLD.
What's the best time to sell your home?
Right now, call the Wallner Home Selling Team at 314-810-SOLD.
For all your real estate needs, call the Wallner Home Selling Team at 314-810-SOLD.
That's 314-810-SOLD.
Located in the heart of St. Charles, Kevin's Guns is your family-owned destination for all things firearms. Whether you're a collector, hunter, or military enthusiast, we have it or can get it for you. From new to used rifles and handguns in every style and caliber, our friendly and knowledgeable staff is here to help educate you and ensure you make the perfect choice for your needs. Buy, sell, or browse our incredible selection at kevinsguns.net or call 636-493-1195. Kevin's Guns, where gun enthusiasts come home.
If you have a phone, you have a radio.
Wherever I'm at, home, car, wherever.
Download the all-new News Talk STL app.
If you have a phone, you have a radio.
Just the convenience on the phone. Streaming live on the mobile app.
Love the new app.
And listen anytime,
Everywhere.
anywhere. Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019.
Hi, this is Joe DeVito, and you're listening to Vic and Ken on 1019 and 94.1 News Talk STL, and I'm completely new.
So there are many parallels that New York and London have, and there are many parallels that Zohar and I have. And congratulate the city of New York. They've chosen, in a bitterly contested election, hope over fear, unity over division, and I'm already experiencing the ripples of hope and happiness coming from his victory.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is the mayor of London, who, I don't know if you caught it, Ken, but he and Zoran are on first name basis. He just said Zoran. He didn't say
Mamdani. Yeah, and he's Sadiq Khan. He's the mayor of London. He thinks that it's a great thing that, you know, they share similar ideals.
So he's happy that New York City picked hope, right? This is supposed to be a vote for hope
over division or something like that.
Whatever, but it's hopeless is what
Right.
it is. And so he said about hope. He's he's congratulating Mandami for his win, and locking arms, brother to brother, And we talk about this all the time. I saw a video, a guy driving down a street in London, I don't know what street, and there was everything ghetto, everything about that street. Homeless people, trash, graffiti, clearly a lot of crime going on there. That's the hope that Sadiq Khan is talking about?
Right.
The hell?
Yeah, but it's all in a bubble again. You've talked about this many, many times. When Sadiq Khan is in this bubble that we always proclaim that these liberals and left wing and Islam, I guess, would be in, they know more. They're in a bubble, but they know what's outside that bubble.
Well, let's dig into that a little bit. Here's a woman who, now this is a woman who is a former follower of Islam. Okay, we don't know her. We didn't coach her or pay her to say anything you're about to hear.
No, I came across the audio actually by accident.
This is her honest feelings about Islam and how they just will not assimilate because that's the law in Islam. That's the, that's what you do.
Yeah, you've got people, including, like, just for a great example, we've seen it, Free Palestine and LGBTQIA plus community, they're using them as useful idiots. They're going to be one of the first ones thrown off the buildings if Sharia law takes hold.
And we know how women are treated in these Islam countries.
Which I don't understand, Vic.
I don't either.
I mean, at least, get out there as women. If you're defending women in any way, shape, or form, you should be out in the streets against this. This man, for example, just Mamdani himself, he believes, he subscribes to what we're going to play for you.
Yeah, let's hear the first part. Well, 2 parts. Here, part 1.
Islamists will never assimilate. Look at Zohran Mamdani, who was raised by millionaire elitist parents. His father is a Columbia professor, and his mother is a successful filmmaker who gets bankrolled by Qatar. They have more money than 99% of the American population and own properties in different parts of the world. They could have chosen to assimilate and adopt Western values, but instead his father says in his book, we need to recognize the suicide bomber as a category of soldier. Suicide bombing needs to be understood as a feature of modern political violence rather than stigmatized as a mark of barbarism. And like his father, he supports jihadists and doesn't condemn globalizing the Intifada. They will say what they think everyone else wants to hear. They will lie through their duper's delight smiles. They will pretend to be victims of Islamophobia and be all about humanitarian causes only to get useful idiots on their side. Islamists are snakes.
Ken. Now, keep in mind, too, that was a former follower of Islam, so she's not accusing anybody blindly or a group blindly or a religion blindly. She's lived it.
Yeah, and this video is like 8 minutes long, so I had to pull out certain parts. And in it, she says, I had to live these things, and I did live them. And she explained further what these other things were.
So, you talked about women before we played the cut. Are women, first of all, did you see the numbers of the percentages of people who voted for Mamdani and Spamberger and what's her name in New Jersey? The women numbers, 18 to 24, 90%, 80%. So I think if you're a woman especially, look for videos. You could go to YouTube and type in.
They're everywhere.
How do they treat women in Iraq or Iran or any of these Muslim countries?
And unfortunately, they're becoming more prevalent because they want to explain exactly what Islam and Sharia is, so you are ready.
So how can you not want to look at that? How can you not find that? It's all out there. I've seen them.
You know what, Vic? I think there's an element in this country of, oh, come on.
You're right, Ken.
Okay, being a woman, I know, yeah, that is bad. Oh, but I'm never going there.
And
I'm never going over to that country. So
the liberals are playing a dangerous game. Okay, the liberals in our industry are playing a dangerous game, saying, come on, you guys are idiots. They're the big meme going around now is only one day after Mamdani was elected, they're teaching kids Arabic numbers. So they're making fun of us because, they're saying that they're not going to teach kids Arabic numbers. You see what I'm saying? It's like the satire thing. And
no, but I will tell you, if you dive into the statistics and the numbers of different mosques being built in the United States, it's happening weekly, and the education centers, they're taking over colleges. So just keep all this in mind as we go along here.
Back in 2010, an imam wanted to build a mosque right at the site of Ground Zero at the World Trade Center.
Right.
Are you kidding me?
Today he would have gotten an okay for that.
And in the future, he probably will too.
Well, what about that? Who knows that Mamdani might not try and suggest that? Say that, that memorial that we've got up here. Yeah, we need to change this. We need to move on. That's what they'll say. We need to move on and be inclusive.
All right, let's hear the second part of this, Kenny. This is a woman who we don't know her name. She's anonymous. She was a former follower of Islam, and this is basically just a warning to the West. And when you hear everybody talking about Taqiyya, just know that Ken Williams told you about it first. Go ahead.
How do you think 56 countries became Muslim majority when Islam started only in one? This has been their pattern for 1,400 years, except now they're using the same playbook in modern context to gain political power. They won't stop until the whole world bows to Islam. This is their core belief, and it's never going to change. You think by now it would be easy for the rest of us who value freedom and life to see through their taqiyya, but most of you don't even know what that is. When I was Muslim, I was told firsthand that it's okay to lie so long as it advances Islam. That's what taqiyya means, and we're all being played.
We came here trying to remake this state in the image of our people.
So
the last part was Mamdani, in fact.
Ken's been talking about this to Kia for months. It's okay to lie as long as it's for the advancement of Islam.
Well, yeah, what it is, here's how they try to shield it. They say in the Quran, in the Islam religion, that if you're feeling threatened, or if you're feeling like Islam is being threatened, then it's okay. It's actually, in fact, I command you to lie, to protect yourself, to protect Islam.
So, again, specifically women who are behind Mamdani and they're so, they're so sympathetic to the Islam religion. Please take a look at these videos. And if a woman is just walking by herself down the street, they'll just take a club and beat her. And not just her husband, the buddy. It's like a club, a beat your wife club. It happens.
Well, it's happening in the United States right now. It's happening where they have honor killings. And an honor killing is if the husband, for example, feels that his wife did something that betrayed him, he can beat her to death.
Daughters.
That's the religion. And yes, then female daughters, yeah.
I don't know. I don't. Kenny and I are not racist people. We're really not. But when you mix racism with violence, then that's bad. Religion with violence, then that's bad. But people are going to say, well, Christians were violent back in the 1600s or whenever it was. Well, they're not now.
Right. And the thing is about that is that back then they were militant because of what happened with the onset of Islam in 600, I think it was 690. But when that started, they became militant to protect themselves. But Vic, I know, and here's the argument. They say, well, Christians have these far left, far right, I guess, factions of the Christian religion. They don't want to kill you. Jeff said it perfectly earlier when we were talking off the microphone. Jeff Allen did. They don't try to kill you. They don't say that you need to die in order to be part of what they are. They just say they're just nuts. Basically, the fringe I'm talking about.
No, yeah,
Islam is the major tenet of Islam around the world. You must coalesce. You must be a part. You must not be non-Muslim.
And we talked about this briefly yesterday, but I don't know how long it takes. I don't know what the methods will be to try to get everyone to be Islamic or die. But I'm telling you, Ken, we know people who will not let that happen, who will not coalesce to the Islamic religion. Once you have to make somebody coalesce to your religion, then your religion is not a religion.
Well, that's why I always say it's a military strategy. I that's my belief. I think they've refined it over the last 1,400 years. And you're right, Vic. But the thing is, silence is deadly here, because if you look at the UK, they were saying, "Ooh, well, you're an Islamophobe, so you got to shut up," and they were quiet. It was a very chilling effect because people were being arrested for saying speaking out about they called them refugees.
Yeah.
I call them invaders of their culture.
I how do I say this? London, I would expect that from people in England, but people in the United States, we have different laws. We have different rights in the Bill of Rights and the Constitution for free speech and to bear arms, and people will use them. And I'm telling you, if things get crazy, Ken, I'm going to Washington and I'm hiding behind Colonel Joe Adams.
Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah. What I'm going to look up here in a little bit, maybe when we have to go to break, though, how many Islam followers, how many Muslims that are Islamic followers, how many of them in the United States are in local government? Because what's happening, they're starting local.
Sure.
They're starting very, very local, like in Dearborn, Michigan, very local, and it's expanding from there. That's a strategy. That's not by accident.
I know we're late, Ken, but I got to ask you this, okay? This call to prayer thing,
yeah,
that happens 5 times a day, 7 days a week. What if you're in Dearborn, Michigan, and they do that call to prayer thing and you don't participate. Is that a problem?
I don't know.
Let's look that up.
Okay.
What do you have to do that?
I think right now we're at the stage where they've got dominant control. They've got majority control there. But I don't think it's to the point where they're going to actually penalize somebody for that yet. They got to watch they have to watch their step as they grow. They're very strategic about it. That's why I say strategy. They're not going to just say, "Oh, okay, well, you need to do it now or you're under arrest." If they do that, that's going to go nationwide. They're going to shut down stuff.
It's going to go nationwide, but Good Morning America is not going to stick up for them.
No, that's why we have to speak out.
Well, we're doing what we can here, Ken.
Exactly right.
We're only two guys in St. Louis trying to make the world a better place.
Right. Through music.
This song is called Memo from Turner, and I love it. It's on the soundtrack to the movie Performance, Rolling Stones, basically, and I love it. All right. When we get back, I got to hear a little. Do you mind? I got to hear. Oh, no, I guess not. So some guy passed out in the Oval Office yesterday.
Yeah.
And the left's response was hysterical. Typical.
Yeah. Oh, very.
That's next on 1019 and 94.1 News Talk STL. Welcome home.
And I see you down in San Antonio on a hot and dusty night. We were eating eggs and sandwiches when the black man there.
Follow us on Rumble at News Talk STL.
If you watch this sleeveless shirt, you know that Spanish-speaking gentleman, the one that we all call Kurt. Come now, gentlemen, I know the sun.
The Vic Porcelli Show.
Think about the impact on something like public health. When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population, more of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean water.
Oh, that woman got a mouth like an outboard motor all the time.
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
So less people, cleaner water? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Imagine if she won that election in 2024.
It's scary. That's a nightmare.
Oh, my God. All right, let's talk about Chris Cooper. He is the guy who will help you, because I love the way he phrases things. You should have the retirement that you deserve. I mean, I love the way he says, yeah, you deserve a good retirement.
Right.
So let's get on it. But he doesn't say it that way. He says, hey, would you like some pretzels? Watch out. They may make you thirsty. All kinds of Seinfeld references all around the office. Fireplace, a big TV, a nice long couch you can sit down with him, and maybe even a cocktail if you like. So that's all happening at the office. Now, on the radio, he's got this great radio show, Ken. It's called Serenity Wealth Now.
And many people think it's fun with finance.
Is that right?
Yeah.
9 o'clock Sunday morning. And I hope I'm right about this. I think the Connors are special guests.
That's awesome.
Rob and Kathy Connor. So listen to the show. Go get your free copy of the new Holistic Retirement. It's free at SerenityNowTax.com. That's SerenityNowTax.com. Serenity Now. Chris Cooper.
Investment advice offered through Fortis Capital Advisors.
Serenity Now! If you have a phone, you have a radio.
Yes, I listen on my phone.
Download the all-new News Talk STL app.
Love the all-new News Talk STL app.
It is awesome.
And listen anytime.
Love the News Talk STL app.
Anywhere.
If you're considering an annuity as part of your retirement plan, we need to talk. Hi, I'm Bob Stockdale, Senior Vice President Investments with the ClearPath Wealth Management Group at Stifel, and host of On the Money Saturday mornings at 9 on News Talk STL 1019. Annuities can be a useful tool for some retirement investors, but not all annuities are created equal. Every week, we meet clients who own complex annuities that don't suit their needs and, in some cases, actively undermine their retirement plan. Before you purchase an annuity, get a second opinion from the ClearPath Wealth Management Group at Stifel. Requesting a consultation is free of charge. To request a free consultation, contact us at clearpathinvesting.com. That's clearpathinvesting.com, or call us at 636-695-2650. That's clearpathinvesting.com or 636-695-2650. Stifel Nicholas and Company Incorporated, member NYSE and SIPC.
Attention St. Charles, looking for a local spot that satisfies all your cravings? Mario's Donut Restaurant is your place to go for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. From mouth-watering sandwiches and omelets to delicious gyros, Mexican dishes, salads, and wraps, we've got it all. And don't forget our famous donuts. They're so good, they'll make your eyes glaze over. Dine in or carry out, our friendly staff is ready to serve you with love and care. Mention NewstalkSTL when you visit. Call 636-447-4515 or visit mariosdonutrestaurant.com.
Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019. You're listening to the Vic Porcelli Show.
Live and be well.
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
So there was good news out of the White House yesterday. Weight loss drugs will be much less expensive than they are right now. Ozempic, Mounjaro, Wegovy, all of those. And if you are diabetic and you're overweight, you can get them for much, much cheaper than if you just get them because you're overweight. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, and if you are diabetic and you're taking insulin, the original person who made it $35 a month was Donald J. Trump. Remember when Joe Biden decided he wanted to let everybody know that he did that?
Yeah.
All he did was bring back President Trump's offer, and now it is, of course, being put forth again by Donald Trump.
So we can't get women to watch what Islamic nations do to them. How are we going to get them to pay attention to that? That was Donald Trump's plan, not Joe Biden's. See what I'm saying?
Well, when you've got the media against you,
it's so
difficult.
hard to get people's attention. Hey, over here. Hey, look. Right?
Right.
Okay. So when he made the announcement yesterday, some guy fell. It was actually, I think, Pfizer, a big.
It was a person, visiting with one of the pharmaceutical companies,
and I think it was Pfizer. So he faints. He passes out behind the desk where President Trump sits in the White House, and Dr. Oz was there. I mean, how fortunate are you when you faint and Dr. Oz is there,
right there?
Yeah, probably the smartest heart surgeon there is, and other people were there, and they all ran to his attention. Now, some of these people who ran to this guy to see if they can help know as much about medicine as I do. So there's no need for me to rush to the guy and say, "Hey, what can I do for you?"
Right,
know?
right.
I can make a sandwich. Want a sandwich? It's not gonna help. So here's the part, because the left just says whatever they want. I swear to God, they just say whatever they want. And I don't know how many, I don't want to say a majority of people, but a lot of people watch it, listen to it, and take it as the truth.
Yeah.
And it's pissing me off. So two things. When you see a picture of a guy standing in front of his desk, because the picture looks like Trump doesn't care. He's just standing there, and he's just looking off like he doesn't care.
You know what he's doing is letting his people do the job.
And he's just, that's one snapshot. You know what I mean? When you look at a photo, you capture one thing in time, and it looks like I don't care about him. But clearly that's not the case. And like you said, Ken, if he's just letting the experts do their job, letting the doctors do their jobs. If I was in the White House when that happened, because I go to the White House all the time. If I was in the White House when that happened in the Oval Office, I'd let the doctors go take care of the guy, and then I'd go talk to President Trump. Hey, President Donald John Grover Cleveland Trump, how you doing?
Right?
Did you get the cookies? What the hell? Why are they keeping the cookies? You have people in your party who are against you and not giving you the cookies that we sent you. By the way, I think Diane Wood's coming in next week. Is that right? I love her. So that's that. Then, if you watch the video, you got Dr. Oz and RFK Jr. standing behind the president. And when this guy goes down, RFK Jr. looks good. When things like that happen, it's not on the schedule. It's not on the agenda. Okay, let's talk about Moderna, and let's talk about Mounjaro. And then what time does the guy faint? Is that going to be right after? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to process it. When you see something like that, it takes you a second to process what's going on.
Right.
And RFK Jr. looked at it, processed it. This guy is in trouble. I can't help him. So the left, you know what the left said? He just ran out of the room because he didn't care. And he ran out of the room to get extra medical service for this guy.
Yeah. I'm looking at the video right now. It's in a loop because I have something to say about it.
Okay.
And I responded to it on social media. And with it, you're watching him. He turns with Dr. Oz. Their faces go toward the guy who's starting to fall. And before this man even hits the ground, there are 3 men that are holding him.
Yeah.
Including Dr. Oz.
Right.
Well, RFK Jr. shows it right here. He's looking. He sees him, and he
Takes
turns the other way.
Second to process it.
Right. Here's what we need to do. And he sees that people who are qualified are actually protecting him, and they're taking care of him. They're trying to take care of him. He leaves to go get more help. I mean, that's what he does. You don't see him go, oh my God, and run out of the room.
What would he be afraid of? Why would he run out of the room? They're so evil and disingenuous, and they're liars, and I'm just sick of it. And I know there's nothing anybody can do because the First Amendment's on the side. What?
Except be on the offensive. And this is what I suggest. If you ever see this in social media, just go back at them and say, what I said. I said, WTF. You know what that means?
Oh, I do.
Are you talking about? He moved out of the camera shot, and you think that he ran out of the building. You really are a rat and an idiot. Now, this is the reason why I said rat. He's called Republicans Against Trump. He's got about almost 1 million followers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then they respond. They started attacking me. It was fun. I had a great time with it. They were saying all kinds of things about me because they were including Trump, saying President Trump was standing at the desk while this was all going on, and they've got still shot memes that they created from it of President Trump standing there while all this activity is taking place. And that's America, and there's President Trump just standing with his back to it. See, this is the kind of stuff they did. So I said to everybody, including Rat, Republicans Against Trump, you know exactly what you mean by leaving the scene, because that's what he said. He said, a man just collapsed during Donald Trump's Oval Office announcement. HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. can be seen quickly leaving the scene. So I said, to all you lemmings and followers of yours in this thread, I know it sucks for you all, but I have something to ease your TDS. And I gave them Trump and all, and
good,
all of the Lubrol and all the other good stuff.
Wow. All right. So I want to talk about something on X that I did.
Oh, good.
How's that?
I like it.
Because you're a big show off. Because you say this is AI.
I really
and
don't.
22,000 people look at it. So somebody named, first of all, I'm sorry. I wanted to start this by saying we have a great afternoon show here at News Talk STL. Tim Jones and Chris Arps, of course. That's the show you should be listening to on your way home, and not Sean Hannity. Okay. Because Sean Hannity, I mean, you know about Sean Hannity. So somebody named Miles Commodore says, I'm so done with Hannity interviews. He gets really good guests, but I'm always yelling at the TV. Would you please let the man or woman answer the freaking question? Jeez. So I replied to that, and I said, he keeps telling us that he's been doing it for 25 years. Every night, I've been doing this for 25 years. But yet he still he doesn't understand the delay. So when he asks a question, the person he's interviewing doesn't hear it for 2 or 3 seconds, right?
Right.
So he'll ask the question, and then the guest will start talking, and then he thinks he's got something so profound and salient to say that he says it while the guest is talking, maybe thinking that the guest hears it immediately, because he doesn't, and the guest is talking, and then he's got to stop and listen to what Sean says, and then there's awkward silence and all that, right?
That's when you get the
exactly right. So somebody else replied to that. He said, reminds me of a game show host in the 1950s, Sean Martindale or something. He's a hack.
Oh, Wink Martindale?
Yeah, but he's Sean Martindale.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna reply to that and say during the RNC in Milwaukee, right? The convention was in Milwaukee, the RNC, I think it was. And Sean Hannity's there, interviewing guest after guest. And my wife and I had a little drinking game. And we said, we'll take a drink every time Sean Hannity says, you and I have known each other for a long time. He said it to every single guest. We were sloshed by 9 o'clock.
I hate that.
We've known each other for a long time. You know what? If you're that good, you don't have to tell people how good you are.
No.
Right?
Right. You should never do that. It's not. I mean, there are certain instances where you can say, here's why I brought that up, because back in 1993, then you have a reason for saying that, but he says it to anyone he gets on the show.
And he doesn't realize how stupid he's making himself look and sound.
Right.
I've been doing this for 25 years. Have you? I've known you for a long time. Have you? Then learn how the delay works.
Right.
I picked it up in one day when I had to do it at KTRS. One day.
Yeah.
I understood that I speak and then they hear Tuesday, and I didn't say a word until they were done. I do that now and there's no delay.
When I did that TV cable thing, I had the delay with the
So how long did it take you to get? A day?
One, yeah.
Idiot. So listen to Tim and Chris. That's my point. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Susie Moore is next on News Talk STL. Welcome home.
Whoosh. PRI Global now has Prismatic, an AI-driven platform that can help you and your business, especially in construction. Simplify your operations, secure data, modernize your business from the cloud up. Visit PRIGlobal.com. Innovation with talent and technology. People, process, platform. PRI Global delivers all three. Check them out. PRIGlobal.com. PRIGlobal.com.
Now, the Free Market Minute, brought to you by the Hammond Institute for Free Enterprise at Lindenwood University.
Hey, it's Mike Ferguson from The Morning Show, and I'm here with Dr. Grant Black. And Grant, does having more economic freedom make a difference in people's lives, such as maybe helping reduce poverty?
It definitely makes a difference. Economic freedom is critical for fostering well-being and prosperity. It enables people to make their own choices and pursue their own interest, like choosing careers, starting businesses, and innovating to make the world better. It thrives in environments that empower people, promote competition, and protect property rights, all while being supported by limited and healthy government. Economic freedom is a catalyst for generating higher incomes, greater wealth, more opportunities, better access to education, and improved health at all levels of society. It makes a difference.
The John W. Hammond Institute for Free Enterprise at Lindenwood University fosters and examines market-oriented approaches to economic and social issues. To learn more, visit hammondinstitute.org.
With all of the celebrations, anniversaries, and holidays coming up over the next few months, where are you going to go to get that special something for the special people in your life? Newsteaders Fine Jewelers, of course. Newsteaders Fine Jewelers, found 24/7 at wowdiamonds.com. Tim Jones here to tell you all about Newsteaders Fine Jewelers. Richard Newsteader and his team serving our region since 1961 with awesome, honest jewelry solutions. They've got everything from diamonds to wedding engagement rings, hand-engraved items, pendants, earrings, and so much more. You can find them 24/7, wowdiamonds.com. That's Newsteaders Fine Jewelers, wowdiamonds.com.
Concerned about the condition of your windows driving up your energy bills? I was too. It's only called STL Windows and Doors. Their Provia windows combine old world craftsmanship the professional way, the Provia way, with over 65 years of combined experience, locally owned, offering competitive pricing and personalized service that the big box companies can't match. Call today for your free in-home estimate and start saving tomorrow. 314-277-5952 or stlwindowsanddoors.com.
KLGY HD3 Clayton, K270BW Belfast, KNVS Bowling Green. This is News Talk STL at 1019, 94.1, and always streaming at NewstalkSTL.com.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. Hey, high anxiety at the airports today and probably right on through the weekend because of the longest ever government shutdown. The FAA is cutting the number of daily flights by 4,000.
It's to take pressure off air traffic controllers who are working without pay during the shutdown. Two words you don't want to hear at the airport are canceled and delay. In Dallas, Ellen Perkins' late night flight was bumped to the next day. Anyone with plans for the weekend are anxiously waiting to find out their flight status. Reginald Dumas, also in Dallas, is trying to be patient.
I'm praying about it. It has to break.
Some airlines are planning to focus on slashing routes to and from small and medium-sized cities. Ed Donahue, Washington.
The Trump administration seeking an emergency order in its appeal of a Rhode Island federal judge's ruling, ordering the administration to find the money to fully fund SNAP food benefits for November. The president hosting the leaders of 5 Central Asian countries at the White House.
Today, their location in the heart of Eurasia gives them incredible importance and unbelievable potential. Sadly, previous American presidents neglected this region completely. and I understand the importance of this region, one of the most important regions.
The president's focused on finding more sources of rare earth minerals, crucial to a range of high-tech applications, military and otherwise. She says she wants to make New York State more affordable, among other goals. Republican Congresswoman Elise Stefanik, one of President Trump's leading allies on Capitol Hill, has announced her campaign for governor of New York. She says she also wants to fight crime in the Empire State. Watching Wall Street this hour, the stock market is in the red this morning. The Dow down about 215 points. The Nasdaq is off 372. More on these stories, townhall.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-583-0141. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-583-0141. That's 800-583-0141. Tax Relief Advocates, real solutions for real people.
This hour of News Talk STL is brought to you by Rodney and Jen Wallner and the entire Wallner home selling team at Berkshire Hathaway. Call them today at 314-810-SOLD. 314-810-SOLD. From the Michaels Flooring Outlet Weather Center.
I'm meteorologist Chance Gotch with your first alert forecast this morning. A little bit of a warmer start, which will continue towards the afternoon hours as highs top out towards the lower 70s, seeing mostly sunny skies. Then into Saturday afternoon, tracking some isolated chances of showers, highs into the mid-60s. Sunday going to be looking windy with temperatures cooling back down towards the lower 40s for the afternoon highs. And into Monday, we've issued a first alert weather day for temperatures back towards the mid-20s during the early morning hours. From the First Alert 4 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chance Gotch.
Vic Porcelli.
Come on, you're Italian. You understand.
Every day is a busy day all of a sudden.
You talking to me? You talking to me?
Tough and smart, and I love Italian, so, he's definitely Italian.
At least I have this show to come and talk about it and let some stuff up.
What kind of a show are you guys putting on here today?
The Vic Porcelli Show.
All right, hour number 2 of our 3-hour tour, courtesy of Mr. Kenneth James Williams.
Wow.
Are you in trouble?
No kidding.
Man, I stood up straight for that.
You don't remember my middle name, do you?
Oh, wow.
I knew you wouldn't. I knew you wouldn't remember
It's so
what?
It doesn't match with Vic.
Huh. It's Victor.
Victor, right?
Victor Alex.
Alex, okay. I'll remember next time.
All my aunts call me Victor Alex, and I hated it. Absolutely hated it.
Oh, Susie Q, baby,
Shut up, Vic.
Susie Q.
I'm the boss. How about that?
I should have listened to Susie more from the beginning.
I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right about that.
Good morning, Smoothie Q.
Good morning.
Deputy Managing Editor at redstate.com. So much stuff to talk about. Let's just dig right in.
Dive.
Second Circuit issues stunning decision on Trump's New York criminal case. What is that all about?
All right. I'm going to try and sum it up because it's twisted. But you remember, of course, the case that got tried in New York in front of Judge Merchan about the 34 felony counts about, falsified business records. We all followed that trial. Jury finds Donald Trump guilty on all 34 counts back in last May. Okay. Before the case went to trial, even one of the defenses that his legal team raised was, hey, this really shouldn't be being brought in state court. You're talking about a former president. There's federal issues. There's federal legal issues involved here. This should be removed and tried in federal court. The judge that they brought that in front of said, no, I don't think so. I think this belongs in the state court.
Because would that benefit President Trump?
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be Alvin Bragg's jurisdiction anymore. It'd be, it would work to his benefit.
Yeah.
And just from a jury pool standpoint and from a legality standpoint. So case gets tried. He gets found guilty. And a month later, the Supreme Court issues its decision in the big immunity case, the presidential immunity case. We talked about that all last year. That was a big deal. So his attorneys rightly raised again, even after the trial, said, hey, you know what? Based on the Supreme Court decision, we were right. This really should have been handled in federal court. So the same judge said, nope, I think it was fine where it was. They appealed that to the Federal Court of Appeals, Second Circuit. And yesterday, the Second Circuit, right when you guys got on the air, issued a ruling and saying, yeah, you know what, District Court Judge, you should have looked closer at that. You didn't really give this the I don't know, significance and the seriousness that it deserved. This one maybe belonged in federal court. So they're sending it back to that district judge again and saying, hey, take another look at this. This one maybe should not have been tried in state court. If that ends up being the final decision that it wasn't supposed to have been tried in state court, that nullifies that original state court trial.
Oh, wow.
Jury verdict, conviction.
So they no longer can say he's a convicted felon in 34 counts.
I mean, they're going to say it anyway.
Yeah, they're going to, yeah.
Yes,
That's
legally,
staying.
legally, this could wipe out that conviction.
I'd love that.
Now, there's a long way to get to.
I felt the butt coming on.
Yeah, there's a but. I mean, we've got a long way to go before that would actually
Oh.
happen. But that is a very significant ruling.
So that happened today.
Yesterday.
Yesterday. And how long time are we talking about?
So they sent it back to the district court judge and said, look at this again. I don't think he's on any sort of strict timetable. I mean, he can just take his time, and he might just want to take his time, because let's just say that he says, oh, well, you know what? They're kind of right. I guess maybe this should have been in federal court. Is the Trump Justice Department going to try him over this?
Right.
No, I mean, actually they can't while he's a sitting president anyway. There's not going to be any appetite to retry this case in federal court, even if that's where it should have been.
So remind me, I'm sorry, because I obviously don't follow it as closely as you do, being a former attorney. Is this the Letitia James thing or the Alvin Bragg thing?
This is the Alvin Bragg thing.
Okay.
This is the criminal case about the payments made to Stormy Daniels that were classified as legal payments when they were for an NDA.
So that district judge that they sent it back to, who appointed him?
Alvin Hellerstein was appointed by Bill Clinton.
I just, you shouldn't have. Remember, Vic? Vic said this last week. You should never know this, but we have to know this.
You
now.
shouldn't. Every once in a while, they surprise you, and a judge that you think is going to find Trump's way doesn't, or that you think is going to find against him does. That does happen. It does. It doesn't seem to be the usual course. But Hellerstein, the Second Circuit, the Court of Appeals that just sent this decision down yesterday, has not been favorable to Donald Trump. They are not big fans of him, and that is not a court staffed by Republican or Trump appointed judges.
That's good news.
And they said, hey, Alvin, you need to take a closer look at this.
Yeah.
So that's significant in and of itself. And it, unless he just wants to be a complete obstructionist or what tool. Yeah, I was trying to not say a bad
Tool
word.
is not a
Don't you cuss on this here radio.
Yeah.
official legal term.
I mean, he's going to take heed of what they told him to do.
So the judge with the crazy white hair.
Arthur Engeron.
What case was that? What
that
trial?
was the Letitia James case.
Got it.
That was the one about fraud. That was a civil case. That wasn't a criminal case, but that's the one that resulted in a $454 million judgment against him. That one's been overturned too.
Oh, this is great.
By the Second Circuit.
This is great.
So that's twice that they have actually found in his favor, even though overall
So,
they haven't.
Do we know now that Mar-a-Lago's worth more than $18 million? Is that
We don't.
in
That
the
has
record?
not. That has not been established in the record. But the judgment has been set aside.
So when will it be in the record? Or never? That's it. Done.
Well, I was thinking about that though, guys.
I got to go back. I don't. I haven't looked at that case in a
That's
while,
okay.
so I don't know where they are
Well,
with it.
okay, they haven't established the of Mar-a-Lago. I know how to stop that, or how to make it permanent. Have someone offer to buy it. Can I buy it for 18 million? No. Well, what's the going rate for
brilliant.
Mar-a-Lago? And then they can get it in the books.
Why didn't they do that from the beginning?
Right.
They did put on evidence of the value that contradicted what was being alleged. They did do that. That case isn't going to go back and reopen the evidence books. The Court of Appeals in that case just said your judgment was way too much. It was like way too much out of sync with what was really the damage here. So they're not going to retry that case.
Oh.
They're not going to reopen the evidence books. They're not going to put on
That makes
more
sense.
evidence.
When you think about it like that, that makes sense.
Never mind.
But I'm like Miss Latella. But I don't know why they let it go by when the trial was going on. I mean, clearly it's
Well, because Judge Engelraum was making the rulings.
Oh God, don't like that guy.
Yeah.
All right, so let's change the topic here just a bit. The James Comey trial. The prosecutors got spanked a little bit by the judge, didn't he? Because the judge said, "What do you prosecute first and investigate second?"
I'm not familiar with this that you're talking about. So
Maybe it was in a dream. I don't know.
it's not saying it didn't happen. I mean, cover a bunch of different stories and a
You
bunch of
do.
different cases.
You've been busy lately, huh?
Yeah, a little bit. The Comey case is, it's ongoing and it's set to go to trial right now in January, though I don't think it's actually going to end up going in January. But I haven't seen.
So the judge.
Go ahead.
You sure?
Okay, go ahead.
The judge accuses prosecutors in James Comey case of taking an indict first, investigate later approach.
Okay, I haven't read that story yet.
A federal judge blasted the Justice Department prosecutors on Wednesday for what he describes as indict first, investigate later attitude. William Fitzpatrick is the judge. Call Katie and tell her to voice his concerns at a hearing about how prosecutors were handling evidence against Comey, who was indicted in September. So apparently the prosecutors are not handling I don't know.
Okay. All right. So I'm not familiar with the story. I haven't gone back and looked at that particular issue, but keep in mind the prosecutors are the Trump administration Department of Justice. So basically the federal judge is saying you indicted this guy without dotting I's and crossing T's.
You think that's true?
I don't, and I don't know.
Right.
I'm not going to.
That's the point. Without even looking at it, just your years of legal experience tells you that probably isn't true.
Well, no. That's no. What I was going to say is I don't know what he's referring to when he's saying that. So without being able to look and see what the context is of that rebuke from another federal judge as to the Trump people, I need more information before I can really, have an opinion on it.
Well, regarding the James Comey case, okay, there are certain basic things that if anybody else did what he did, well, proof is Roger Stone was putting shackles. Okay, Peter Navarro. I mean, I would be in jail right now for what Comey did. Why is he not even? I mean, I know he's being investigated, and I know they're going to have some kind of case. They're going to have trial against him.
Yeah.
Okay, so
he's been indicted.
Okay, but what they're saying is, what I keep hearing from the left and from the right is, yeah, he did all this, and he's going to go to court. Okay, but he's not going to be convicted. That's what I keep hearing. I keep hearing it from everybody.
Well, that's a practical assessment based on the fact that the case is venued in the Eastern District of Virginia. The jury pool there is not going to necessarily be particularly predisposed to finding him guilty. There's a high bar to find somebody guilty. And what he's being accused of it's not like, murder or bank robbery or something like that. It's, did you lie in front of Congress? Did you lie during a congressional hearing?
Was Roger Stone found guilty?
Yeah, I think he was actually.
Was he tried? I don't think he went to trial.
Oh, maybe not then.
Oh,
I'm sorry that it's not.
Okay.
That was not front and center for me.
I just want it to
was.
be. I want it to be fair. That's all I want.
That's all anyone should want, and it hasn't been. And there's no question that there was a double standard employed, and that the Justice Department under Biden was weaponized. And a lot of what we're seeing now is not weaponization, but reaction to the weaponization and trying to hold some accountability.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, your criticisms are valid. He is getting, he has been indicted. There is a case pending. And I would like to look more as what the judge was really barking about there to understand.
Yeah, that's interesting,
going.
Vic.
But and I will do my research. I just didn't know ahead of time. So sorry.
Kidding me? Don't worry about it. In the age that we live right now, where congressional hearings are put on television, you can watch the whole thing. You and I have both done that.
I've definitely done that.
8 hours in a day, right? When you start at 6 o'clock and you're doing it till 4 in the morning. We watched him lie to Congress. We watched Comey, Clapper, Brennan, Dr. freaking Fauci lie. I don't know what I'm saying. I mean, I know.
I feel what you're saying is that if nothing happens, then there's none of it makes any sense.
It's not like they're crazy accusations by us. We watched it.
I agree with you. Okay, so Comey has been indicted. He has got a federal indictment that he's fending off. Brennan is probably next in the crosshairs. I mean, that's
so they're
rumored
building
to be
it.
coming.
Okay.
Fauci has a pardon.
He what?
Fauci has a pardon. Fauci was pardoned by Biden.
So if they bring him in to testify about anything, he can't take the fifth.
Correct.
So he's got to tell the truth or it's perjury.
Correct. Or I mean, he can refuse to answer, but then he'll be in contempt. So yeah.
He lied.
I don't disagree with you.
Come on, Susie. You can do something about this.
He
I feel
lied.
like I'm supposed to fix it all. I'm sorry.
You are right.
You're
That's why you're here.
Station counsel. You're our consigliere. So I don't know. I just know
I
that
thought I was.
Oh God. Okay.
He called me that earlier.
You're my consigliere.
Okay.
She's the station's consigliere.
Oh, okay.
How about I'm the sommelier?
Huh? About
Sommelier.
mine?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't pronounce it right when I was trying to be
got it.
funny. Didn't work.
You got it. So anyway, but you see what I'm saying? When we watch them and we know they've lied, and then it gets to court, I'm not pooping in any lawyer's cornflakes here, okay? But we see it, and then somehow the lawyers and everything make us feel like we didn't see it. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Well, I mean, that's been the story for years now, the gaslighting and stuff. Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, first of all, setting aside media spin, I mean, lawyers for their clients, that's their job, is to spin for their clients, to advocate for them. And so we see that on non-political things. We see that from all sides. That's the lawyer's job.
Mm-hmm. So justice is blind or not blind?
Fair question. It's supposed to be blind.
Of course.
It often is not.
All right. So when you walked into the studio this morning, you said, "Hey, Vic, you and I might be related." Now, Miss blonde hair, blue-eyed, light-skinned lady, how could that be?
I do know some blonde hair, blue-eyed Italians.
Not in my family.
Not in your family. It's probably a stretch, although, depending on how far you go back, maybe everybody's related. But I think I may have even told you guys this. Years ago, I did 23andMe to prove that I was more Native American than Elizabeth Warren, which I am.
Great.
Twice.
That's great.
That's the
I
whole
am
reason.
too, by the way. I'm
That's how
Sapulpa Indian.
obstinate I am. Yeah, I'm twice as Native American as she is. But in the process, one of the kind of smaller amounts that they showed, I mean, obviously I'm mostly Northern Euro mutt, but was Portuguese. And I was like, that's kind of interesting. But there's also some like North African and West African and so there's like little snippets, here. So obviously people migrate and move and blend their families and such. But they have revised their calculations or whatever, and no longer am I listed as potentially Portuguese. I'm listed as Italian/Maltese.
I'll be damned.
Yeah.
How does that make us related? We're
Same
just
area.
both Italian.
Just Italian.
Got it.
I already talk with my hands and stuff.
That's
so
half the battle.
I'm
Anywhere
I'm
near
claiming-
Naples? Anywhere near Naples?
I'm claiming my Italian heritage. Well, so Malta is
reclaiming my heritage, Your Honor.
Malta's down there, kind of like where the boot kicks. Like it's at like an island, right?
Sicily?
Not Sicily. It's
Okay.
a smaller island than Sicily.
Okay.
But it's kind of down in towards
That's
the
way
southern,
south, yeah.
It's certainly to the west of
Yeah.
Italy, out in the ocean there. So I don't know where that is. Where's Naples? I can't
Naples
picture
is south, but not too south, right on the eastern part of Italy.
eastern part.
Mhm.
Yeah, so this would be the western part. So it's probably a stretch, but since I am now at least partially Italian, I'm going to claim it.
Yeah, what the heck?
Why not?
Yeah,
There you go.
You got to learn how to speak Italian then.
Oh, gabagool.
Gabagool, she's halfway there. So, good morning. Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
And then you would say, sto bene, grazie. E tu, come stai?
I'm not going to
Of
be able to say all
course.
that.
I'm trying to still learn oleo, whatever it is.
And it's not hard
Ciao.
to say. It's not hard to make.
Yes,
it's
it
not
is.
hard,
It's
to,
hard
say.
to say.
Ciao. is good.
Ciao. Ciao, bella.
Did you ever see the Eddie Izzard Dress to Kill comedy special?
No, I have not.
Talks about the guys on those little scooters ciao.
It's like the Jeep Wave, only with scooters.
Right. Exactly right.
So, see, they come.
What happened?
And then they go. The thoughts.
I saw it though.
They come and they go.
The earphones are supposed to keep those in.
Yeah. Mine's got a leak.
A leak.
Boy.
So what were we talking about there before ciao?
Comey and double standards.
Yeah.
Do you really want to go there again? It's just gonna.
No, it
elevate your
wasn't
blood
that.
pressure.
It was fun. It wasn't playing the hits at all. It was just something fun. So let's forget it.
Then I'm part Italian.
You are part Italian.
And twice as Native American as Elizabeth Warren.
You know, I never did that. And this is just me speaking, so I don't want to hear about how wrong I am. I never did any DNA thing.
Right. No, I probably shouldn't have.
First of all, because I don't want anybody having my DNA.
Right.
That's first. Second of all, I don't think we should use DNA, something that important, for entertainment.
No, I agree with that.
Fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I never
know?
did it either, but I know I'm Sapulpa Indian only based on my
that's
ancestry.
fine.
My parent,
Yeah.
my great grandparent was
Yeah.
full.
But we use DNA to solve crimes now.
It's
Murder.
true.
Fingerprints are a thing of the past.
It's true.
Right?
Yeah.
So I don't think we should use it for, hey, let's find out how much Ashkenazi Jew you
See,
got
we
in
use
you.
it for dogs too.
Well, we did it for our dog.
Yeah.
We
right.
did it.
See, I don't mind that.
No.
No.
That's kind of cool.
And my mom's really into genealogy. She did the whole like by hand before the internet age. You know, all that stuff traced all of our roots way the heck back. So that kind of, I think, generated that interest in me.
Yeah.
This is sort of the 21st century version of that.
That's cool. All right. Italian. Enjoy a good Italian meal this weekend.
I'm going to try.
Susie Moore, Deputy Managing Editor of RedState.com. Watch
Thanks,
those
Susie.
smiling faces.
Have a good weekend.
Thanks, you too.
What are you watching?
What are you watching, Vic?
That's next. Oh, God, I love this song. Undisputed Truth, right? The name of this band?
You're just trying to make the song go longer, right?
Is it the Undisputed Truth, the band?
I think so.
Faces. Kathy Kaiser from Fox 2. She's a kid soul anymore. She's next on News Talk STL. Can you dig it?
Smiling faces sometimes.
Like and subscribe to us on Rumble. News Talk STL.
Smiling faces, tell lies.
Vic and Ken. Vic can make oleo. Ken can't pronounce oleo. The Vic Porcelli Show on 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL.
Smiling faces. You know, a lot of times these songs they bring me back to sitting in the car with my dad driving. He hated all the music, you know. They were big band, Frank Sinatra, Benny Goodman, Andrew Sisters. And a song like this would come on, and he'd be like,
What was that look?
One thing I'll never forget is we were in the car, and I was singing, I can't get no satisfaction. Now, my father was an educator. He was a teacher. I can't get no. I can't get any.
You're right.
That's not how the song goes. All right. Connor Roofing is every time I turn around, somebody says to me, man, the Connors saved us. The Connors stepped in and saved us. Jackie, who listens to the show, sent us an email and said she was having an emergency problem, and Rob Connor showed up at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
He got out of bed and said, you know what? I'll be right over and I'll come help you. Who does that? What company does that? That's why they've been doing it for 30 years. That's why Goober Roofing come and go. Or if they even do any roofing, they just take your money and go.
You know, I actually saw a truck that they put tape on the truck in lettering, like duct tape, and it said roofer.
Huh.
I'm thinking it's Goober.
It's Goober.
You know.
That's Goober. Chase him away.
Yeah.
Honest estimates, quality work, great customer service and follow-up, and emergency storm repairs, as Jackie had, and the Connors took care of that. So go to ConnorRoofing.com, CONNER roofing.com.
Fall rebates are here at Johnson Heating and Cooling. Save up to $600 off your new heating and cooling system. Plus, get a free humidifier when you purchase a complete system. And here's the best part. We're offering up to 0% financing for 60 months. That means you can stay comfortable all winter without breaking the bank. Don't forget our $99 furnace checkup. These incredible offers expire November 30th. Call 636-332-4141 or visit johnson-heatingandcooling.com.
Why leave your company's story to chance? In today's digital world, video content isn't just an option, it's essential for your success. At Blue Ocean Media Group, we've spent decades crafting compelling visual stories for businesses just like yours. From concept to completion, our award-winning team transforms your vision into powerful video content that connects with your audience and drives results. Don't trust your brand to amateurs. Partner with Blue Ocean Media Group. Visit blueoceanmediagroup.com today, and let's bring your story to life.
News Talk STL.
All the information I need on the drive to work.
Mike Ferguson in the morning. I keep it on throughout the day, whether it's local, national, or something big that's happening overseas.
News, analysis, and opinion.
St. Louis is #1 for conservative talk.
News Talk STL.
It's Friday!
Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019. The Vic Porcelli Show.
We're not going to Disney World or any other world.
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
Another song. First time I heard it. Best song ever in the whole world. Best song ever made.
Yeah, ever.
It's still good. So really good.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about being young and hearing a song for the first time. It's the best song ever.
Well, when you first hear the very beginning of this song, it's just, I mean, think about it. They really hear listen.
Pass the cowbell. It does need a little more cowbell.
A little more cowbell. But otherwise, I mean, it's just so attractive. Yeah, man.
All right, so let me tell you, we're having a food drive. We want you to help.
I'll turn that off for you.
We got together with the St. Louis County Republican Central Committee, and we're going to help out Feed My People. 3 different locations starting on the 10th. All 3 Bartolino's locations, both Crisp Pancakes dining locations, and all 3 Michael's Flooring outlets. We'll give you more as we get closer to that on the 10th. Right now, it's time for What Are You Watching?
What are you watching?
What are you watching?
What are you watching? What are you watching?
Hi, Kathy KAISER from Fox 2.
How's it
Sorry,
going?
I just noticed something on the sheet you gave me. It's the St. Louis International Film Festival.
Happens
Now?
this week and next week. Yeah, it started last night with Kenneth Cole being in town, the designer, shoemaker. Yeah.
All right, I don't want to take up too much time, but I have to tell a quick story. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What's after this, in case we run long? So, my son is a musician. He's a piano player.
Yes.
And a kid he went to high school with went to the Georgia College of Animation or something like that. And he made this short little cartoon. And he asked Chris to score it, right?
Very nice.
So I watched Chris do this. He's watching not even in color, no sound, obviously, just watching it. And then he made this great soundtrack to it, not soundtrack, score to this film. And I helped a little bit, by the way, because the dog's dead. And the guy goes to shake the dog. And I said, I think that's got to be like 2 little hits way up high on the piano when he tries to hit the dog. Anyway, so they entered it in the St. Louis Film Festival animation night. And we go to watch it, all of us. And we're in the theater. And the first cartoon comes on. I've never been to a film festival before that now. Keep that in mind. The first one's over. And I go to clap. And nobody, it was silence. Nobody. I said, oh, I guess that's not decorum to actually clap at these things if you like them, right? Now, keep in mind, all these films had the backing of the Canada Film Board and all these big money that went into it. And Chris's was Chris and Nick. That was it, the 2 of them. And another couple happened and a couple smatterings of, so you can clap if you want. And then they played Chris and the place exploded after it was over.
That's fantastic.
They
I
went
was like,
crazy. I'm going to send it to you.
oh, please,
tell me what you think.
please. I would love that.
All right. Sorry. I had to tell that story.
No, that's
so
great.
Proud of my son doing that. All right. So we got to start. Oh, just tell us the 3 and then we'll go back in.
Okay. Well, we're going to talk about Nuremberg, 5 out of 5 popcorns.
Wow.
Rated R. Yes. Maybe Vic's going to get into that film.
You
3
think?
out of, I think. 3 out of 5 popcorns we're going to give to Christy, which is about Christy Martin, the boxer whose husband tried to kill her.
Ooh.
Played by Sydney Sweeney.
Why?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. You're gonna enjoy talking about that one too. And then 3.5 out of 5 popcorns. I want everybody to go to HBO Max. The first one's pop for I Love LA, which is a new series.
Randy Newman's song in there?
It
Oh, yeah, of
is,
course.
Of course.
All right, so let's start with Nuremberg.
Okay.
I can't stop watching Third Reich stuff. I mean, there was a time there when we started the show, Ken, that's all I did was go home and watch Third Reich documentaries.
He obsesses a little bit.
Maybe just a little.
Just a tad.
Just a little bit.
Well, then he's going to love all 2 hours and 28 minutes.
So this is not actually the Nuremberg trials.
It is.
It is. Okay.
It
I thought
is.
it was what happens before the trial.
Well, it is. It's a
which is it?
combination of, it's based on the book, The Nazi and the Psychiatrist. So Hermann Goering and Douglas Kelly, played by Rami Malek, is Douglas Kelly, the psychiatrist, and Russell Crowe, our gladiator, right? Is Hermann Goering, and he is phenomenal. And for people that don't know, Hermann Goering was second in line to Hitler.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So it's very intense. I think this is a part of our history that we should never forget because we never want it repeated, right? And there are parts in this movie where, yes, I'm getting choked up just talking about it, right? There's parts in this movie where you're like, dear God, really? And Hermann Goering's going to sit in this, trial and say he knew nothing about it.
I just
without giving
orders.
it all away.
Just following
right?
orders is what
exactly.
they all say.
I had
So
no
I have some
idea.
questions. Rami Malek is the psychiatrist?
Yes.
And Michael Shannon, one of the greatest actors ever.
He is the lawyer
And-
that decides we're going to try these wonderful individuals.
Michael Shannon is one of those things where you have to separate the politics from the art because he hates Trump and he's made that very public. But I'll still watch him act because I think he's terrific.
He is.
And Tom Hanks' kid, Colin Hanks.
Yes.
Who does he play?
He's one of the other
One of the
military
SS
guys. Yeah.
Okay. So absolutely a go. 5 out of 5, right?
Yeah.
Rated R or rated PG-13?
PG-13. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think it's rated R.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seems
sorry.
like that kind of
Sorry.
content should be
Yeah. It's an R. It's an R.
I just
It's
thought
an
it
R.
was a new standard where you could go to a movie and say, no, I want
No, I
to call
wanna
it.
see the R
one.
Yeah, I'll do the R version.
What do you think, Marge?
That's called.
Or...
Yeah, that's called not proofreading before I hand
That's
it to you,
all
right?
right.
No,
That's fine.
please
That's
stop.
totally
Don't even worry
fine.
about it. All right. Now, Christy is about a boxer. I'm sorry. I don't know the story. I certainly know Sydney Sweeney, though.
Oh, there you go.
Does she play the boxer?
She plays the boxer.
I wonder how, if anything gets in the way. When
Oh,
she's trying to
wow.
punch.
Okay. I thought he was going to say she's very gorgeous in silver dresses.
She is pretty.
Yes, she is very pretty. And she does a really good job playing this boxer. She was in the 1990s. Christy Martin was the professional boxer. No, you guys didn't have, no, really?
But that's not always
okay.
a bad
It's
thing
okay.
because if you go into a movie like that not knowing, then you establish it based
Right.
solely on the movie. And it's timely because you know what's happening right now. Sydney Sweeney is being interviewed a lot,
Mhm.
and it's by these people who are just trying so hard to bait her to either hate Trump or apologize for the ad. This one I saw this interview. This girl keeps smiling. She's like, I know you got to feel this way. You really don't like Trump, right? And she's like, I'm not even going to go into that kind of.
What does that have to
conversation."
do with the movie?
Exactly.
Exactly right. And then, but what about that ad you did? You did this jeans ad about America and all American and all that. And she said, yeah, and I'm very proud of it.
Right.
I love
she
the way
has
she's
never
handling
backed
herself.
down from that.
Right.
People came at her right and left, and she's never backed.
She
No.
went. She goes to all the conservative events. She was at a car race, and Sophie Cunningham was there. So Sydney Sweeney is gifted up top.
Oh,
shall
yeah,
we say.
yeah.
And Sophie Cunningham is not. So she's very kind of like flat chested almost. And there was a picture of Sophie and Sydney together, and Sophie put as a caption, "Yeah, one of us forgot our boobs at home." But she didn't use the word boobs, and it was
Right,
even funnier the way
right.
she said it.
Right,
All right. So
right.
is it worth it? Is it good? Is it
Yeah,
3 out of
yes,
5?
3
then?
out of 5.
Okay.
Ben Foster plays her husband in the movie. You guys knew Ben Foster?
Mm,
He's a creeper.
He's a creeper.
He is.
I love it.
No. In the movie, he's a total creeper. But anyway, the whole premise of the film is not just her boxing. It's the fact that he tried to kill her while they were married.
Oh, okay.
Right. So
Why
there's
didn't
a
she just beat
domestic
the crap out of him?
See, and that's what everybody keeps asking. Like, why in the world didn't she just
Give him an uppercut.
Did you see the way
Exactly.
Kathy was? I'm going to tear you apart, pal.
Yeah, there's a story I'll share with you guys after that. The way I went like that. Anyway, no, I mean, there's lots of things happening, and everybody's asked the same question. If she's a professional boxer, literally knocking out 34 other women,
Yeah.
to get to where she was, how did she not kill him? Well, maybe he shot her. Maybe he stabbed her. I mean, there was lots.
She
of
could have done it
things.
before that, though. And
Right?
I
Just
think
taking him out.
So no spoilers here, guys. I don't want to.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying.
All right, let's move on to I Love LA. Ken has watched the first episode of this. He says it's quite sexual.
It's rated TVMA. We're not going to watch this while the kids are roaming around the house.
That's what you said, Ken.
That's what I said to Vic. He said, I mentioned that you were going to be on today, and I said, and I saw I Love LA, and I said, I had to look around and see if there were kids. I mean, you had the reaction. My kids are in their 20s.
Right.
But it's like you go, what the? Oh,
right.
my
You
goodness.
automatically go, wait a minute. Okay. All right.
So is it any good? Because the synopsis has bored me already.
Okay.
A tight-knit friend group gathers after years apart, navigating the complexities of ambition, relationships, and on how time has changed them. Is this The Big Chill?
Not exactly, but it's 20-somethings, almost 30-somethings coming into their own. But they, like you, grew up on the East Coast, and they've all moved to LA, right? And they're going to find their way in the world.
But they're
which
doing
is-
LA really good, though. I
They're-
mean,
oh,
they've
they're doing
become,
LA.
They've become LA. You know,
It didn't take them too long to acclimate. Let's just state that.
All right, 3.5 out of 5.
It's
Top
pretty good.
points.
It does have a nice storyline. I like how they develop the characters. My biggest problem with any of these things is they just don't develop the characters enough, and then they're gone.
Exactly. And my ADHD periodically kicks in, and I need more. What are we doing? How are we doing it? When a movie gets really slow for me, I like check out. Like, okay, let's speed it along a little. This goes really quick.
Out of the gate. In fact, PETA,
Mhm.
the guy who played PETA in Mockingjay,
Oh, Josh Hutcherson.
yeah,
Yes.
he's really good, and
He's really
I like
good,
the
and
fact-
he is the boyfriend. He's the one getting lucky all the time.
But the thing is about the girl, and just so you know, when you look at her, you think, no big deal. But supposedly she's supposed to be hot. I don't know.
So does that count as your what are you watching? I Love LA?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. So Tulsa King, I sometimes I can't even wait for Sunday
And this is on Sunday too. Now you're going to have to watch too.
I save up for Tulsa King. I want a few episodes.
you got to binge it.
Yep.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. So I don't wait till Sunday. I just stay up late Saturday night after midnight and watch it then. That's
Oh
how-
my gosh.
Yeah, I absolutely love
That's
it.
fantastic.
And I think that's it as far as what I'm watching right now. So can I go back a week when we were talking about the House of Dynamite?
Yeah. How many times I have to tell you? It's your show, Vic. We can do whatever you want.
I like that. So what really pissed me off, and I can't believe I forgot to talk about last Friday, Idris Elba, is that his name?
Yes.
He plays the president, and he's great. He's good. I like him. He's great. They go to this basketball kind of camp. It's in town in DC, but he goes to this kind of basketball clinic, and the person representing the great player is Angel Reese. Angel Reese.
That aggravates me.
Angel Reese is going to teach these little girls how to throw the ball up and hit the bottom of the rim 100 times to get your rebound count up.
Yeah.
And so as soon as I saw that, I got to tell you, I was out from there. I did watch the whole thing. I hated the ending. You know what? You know what I did? I watched War Games a couple of days ago.
Good for you.
And my first question would be immediately, why not Caitlin Clark? Because she blows doors on her.
Because that's not woke enough. Some people think Angel Reese is a good player.
She's horrible, I think. I've seen her, and I'm not a basketball fan. I'm really not. I got into it because of him.
Right.
The WNBA. And I watch her and I'm like, Vic, why is she even in the conversation? No, I mean she wafts balls, she trips, she can't keep up with anybody. When she runs, she looks like she's running very awkwardly. It's weird.
And the thing that the movie's really about, the missile heading towards Chicago, that's all fine. But I'm sorry, I'm not a kind of guy who doesn't like conclusions. I like conclusions.
Right. You want an end.
It's your movie.
Right.
Don't make me help you make your movie by coming up with my own ending. What happens? Did the thing hit Chicago or not?
Right.
You know?
Right.
Did I say too much there?
No, you're good.
No, you're good.
All right, Kathy Kaiser, when can we see you on Fox 2?
Thursday morning at 9:00, again at noon when they replay the show.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend.
You too.
All
Take
right.
care.
Nuremberg. I'm in, Ken.
Yeah.
Maybe not in the theaters.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait.
You're really going to wait for it.
That's what
Oh,
he
she was listening.
What are you watching?
All right. That went too long. I apologize. It's my fault. I'm never going to be able to see Nuremberg because my wife hates the movies all the time anyway. So we'll see. But she does like war. And Lowrider. Miller Time is next because it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yes,
on
it is.
1019 and 94.1 News Talk STL.
Like and subscribe to us on Rumble. News Talk STL. The Vic Porcelli Show.
Some of these protesters hold up signs proclaiming gays for Gaza. They might as well hold up signs saying chickens for KFC.
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL. Tim Jones and Chris Arps in the afternoon.
How much more pain will Schumer and his socialists inflict on all of us red-blooded Americans? We'll ask Congressman Dr. Bob Onder at 4:20.
Tim Jones and Chris Arps. Weekdays at 4 on News Talk STL.
Hi, Sean Long from STL Fence Works, and I've got some great news for families thinking about adding a fence or deck. While other companies are struggling with delays and rising costs, our commitment to American-made materials is saving our customers money. Picture your kids playing safely in your perfectly fenced backyard or hosting friends on your beautiful new deck, all while knowing you got the best value for true American quality. Whether you're dreaming of a classic ornamental fence or low-maintenance vinyl, or maybe that custom deck that you've been considering, our American-made materials and expert craftsmanship deliver superior results at prices other companies simply cannot match. This really is the golden time for your backyard project, and we have flexible financing options to make it even easier. Your satisfaction is our passion, and that's a promise. Visit STLFenceworks.com and let's lock in your savings and satisfaction today.
JC's Wayback Machine.
It is going to be a cold weekend, but we're going to visit with Jenna Fisher from The Office. That should warm things up. I left Washington, D.C. 43 years ago this week. I'm going to tell you about the two enormous movie stars I ran into on my final day there. And as always, great songs you know and love, but that don't get played on the radio anymore. All brought to you by the Weber Automotive Group.
It's JC's Wayback Machine. Every Saturday night, 6 to 9. News Talk STL.
Fox News commentary with Ben Domenech. Next.
When I started skiing, I didn't think about setting any records. When I won my first race, I didn't think about how many more I might win. So when I made it to the top of the world, it never crossed my mind to stop. Being the best isn't the same as being your best. There are no shortcuts to the top, so find the people who help get you there. I'm Michaela Schifrin, and that's what Team Stiefel means to me. If you're an advisor or an investor, choose Stiefel, where success meets success.
Stiefel Nicholas and Company Incorporated, member SIPC and NYSE. Past performance is no indication of future results. Investing involves risk. Consult a financial advisor before making any investment decisions.
Here's Ben Domenech.
The Democratic Party no longer has any auspices towards when they go low, we go high. This is when they go low, we go lower. And that's going to be the experience, I think, that is going to be felt by a lot of Republicans. It's not unique to Donald Trump. It's going to be the way that they apply their forces in the future via lawfare, via personal attacks, via trying to scare people out of running or expressing their views, the views, obviously, of half of the country. They are going to try to hound conservatives out of public life, and they are going to try to scare them, and they are frankly going to lean into this type of assassination language that we have seen abound during the past election cycle. That's the time that we're in right now, and we should be clear-eyed about it. And we should not treat it with civic respect because it has none for anyone who agrees with your politics.
For more commentary like this, go to foxnewspodcast.com.
Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019. Vic and Ken. Vic has great hair. Ken has great, baseball caps? The Vic Porcelli Show on 1019 and 94.1 News Talk STL.
Got to tip that hat to the crowd,
Yeah,
Ken.
too.
And I'm sorry that I don't understand
No, it's all right.
technological things. I'm working on it, okay?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
All right, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Let's get going. Let's do Miller time.
Welcome to Miller Time.
It's Miller time. Miller time. Miller time.
All right, in case you don't know, no big deal if you don't know. Stephen Miller works for the president. Steve Miller playing the guitar you're hearing. And that whistle and everything is in Jungle Love, right? That was,
yeah.
right?
Well, I love that song.
And you put together the beginning and the end of that song so seamlessly. The first time I heard it, I got excited.
Oh, good.
Yeah. All right. So Stephen Miller, who has a couple of different titles, actually, like Assistant Chief of Staff and Security Advisor. And he says, and he's right, Ken, number 7, right? We start at number 7. The Democrat Party has become dangerously radicalized.
Miller time.
The Democrat Party has become dangerously, violently radicalized. I get death threats every day. My wife gets death threats every day. We've obviously had to deal with pretty extensive doxing campaigns. But the truth is that people across the country, across the government, across law enforcement, who are fighting for safety, security, prosperity, are dealing with radical left communist threats and attacks all day long.
Yeah, they're including Stephen Miller in these attacks like they do with Donald Trump now.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever they say, yeah, we need to put a bullet in Donald Trump's head, they're including Stephen Miller now because he is so, to them, he is so toxic.
He's a Nazi to them.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's smart. Smarter than them. Sorry, that came out wrong. He is very smart. He's not a Nazi. That's all I want to say.
Yeah.
All right. Let's hear another one. Ken, give me a Miller.
Miller time.
President Trump, of course, came within centimeters during the middle of his rally on live television by a wicked, evil assassin. And then only weeks later, a second assassin, if not for a Secret Service agent spotting the barrel of that gun, would have taken President Trump's life, saved by the hand of God himself.
You know what I hate about that?
Tell me.
Let's go back to when he was shot in the head.
July 13th.
Just missed, hit him in the ear.
Yep.
And then just after that, the guy was sitting there in the golf course with a rifle ready to go. And he thanked God because God did put his hand down and say, no, you need to take care of this. I hate the fact that they minimized it and dismissed it so much on the left.
Yeah. I knew exactly where you were going with that, Ken, and you're right. Because they people to this day still say he didn't get shot. That nothing hit him. Okay, so something killed the firefighter, dead, right?
Right.
I mean, there were shots
Imperator.
fired, but you think because you're a forensic pathologist now that's on Facebook that it didn't hit him?
Yeah, it's just amazing. That frustrates me more than anything because what's going to happen, Vic? When we lost Charlie Kirk, I still feel that. To this day, I think about that all the time, and they act like, well, I got another one.
I never get it out of
They're
my
evil.
mind.
They're evil, man.
Erica Kirk sat down with Jesse Waters for the whole hour of Jesse's show, and she said that she wanted to see, after it happened, she wanted to see Charlie, and the police officer said, I'm never going to tell you can't go in there, but I advise you not to because I'm afraid of how you'll react when you see it. And she said, I want to see it because that morning she didn't kiss him goodbye. All right, back to business here. Sorry, guys. Number 9, Ken, dealing with an extremely dangerous party with the Democrats praising MS-13. Ken, give me a Miller.
Miller time.
We are dealing with a party that is so extreme that considers its opponents to be its mortal enemies, that dehumanizes its opposition, that justifies violent attacks against federal law enforcement, assaults against ICE and Border Patrol, that sides over and over again with criminal aliens, MS-13 gangbangers. Look at how they venerated and worshipped and praised the MS-13 child smuggler that they dubbed the Maryland Dad, somebody who beat his wife and smuggled children and was a member of a terrorist organization, and they held him up as their hero. This is a dangerous party. This is a dangerous movement.
You know why? Partly why the Democrat Party is so dangerous? Because they're so dangerously stupid and they're so dangerously evil.
Mm-hmm.
What was the attraction to Abrego Garcia? What was the attraction to him?
The attraction was that Trump did not like having him here. That's the attraction about everything in this country right now with the left.
But there's so many others. Why him?
Because he was just they made him the poster child. They just said, you know what? He's Hispanic. That's how racist they are, by the way.
So they really just exploited him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No doubt in my mind.
Not that I care about him.
No. But no doubt in my mind, Vic. And they should have removed him with his record. His record alone. He already had an order of deportation against him.
Right.
He was supposed to be gone.
Which means
already.
He's not a citizen.
Right.
That's what they don't understand.
They made him out to be the Maryland father, the Maryland dad.
Maryland dad.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get a couple more in here before we got to go.
Right.
And I advise you, by the way, if you're watching on the stream, you guys, to watch the little cartoon guy of Stephen Miller. I swear to God, if you're stoned, forget it. It'll look exactly
right.
like
Right. You don't do
but
that.
if you just look at it, it looks like he's actually saying what Stephen Miller's saying. When you're sitting in New York City with Mondami, this is the future of the Democrat Party. Ken, bartender, give me a Miller.
Miller time.
And when you're seeing in New York City with Mamdani, that is the future. A party that believes in no bail, a party that believes in no jail, a party that believes in no borders. But here's one group they do want to put in jail. They're political enemies. Like good commies, they will not arrest the criminals. They won't arrest the gang members, but they will arrest their political opposition. That's how society dies. That's what we're up against now.
There are two things that are probably going to happen or that could happen in New York with Mamdani. He's in a situation where if he doesn't do that, if he doesn't do all those things about releasing criminals and having, defunding police and do all the things that we talked about, he's going to catch hell from the left, from his base, the people who elected him. If he does do it, it's going to destroy New York. He is in a situation.
Ken, I thought about the stuff we've been saying about New York. Last night I was thinking about it, and I in my heart don't believe I'm exaggerating when I say you may not be able just to walk down the streets where the Broadway theaters are, Times Square, because all the criminals are going to be let out of jail. So why would anybody go? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, totally agree. And what has happened now, because Mamdani's been elected as an Islamist, he's emboldened. He has emboldened that base.
Yeah.
We're going to see stuff. Let's just say that.
It's absolutely crazy. All right. Can we do one more?
Yeah.
All right. This is I love this too, because the press all think they're smarter than Stephen Miller.
Oh,
too,
yeah. Big time.
So Boris Sanchez, what an odd name that is.
Oh, CNN.
Yeah, but I mean his name is odd. Boris Sanchez from CNN gets worked over by Stephen Miller. Ken, give me a Miller.
Miller time.
If a Democratic president someday calls the National Guard to a red state over what they see as open rebellion, but is what amounts to a demonstration that gets rowdy. I mean, is that not a
and
fear
they're
of
posting
yours?
pictures of their kids because it's a demonstration, and they have a sniper on top of a building. firing a high caliber rifle at a nice facility because it's a demonstration, and they are engaging in vehicle ramming.
But the
attacks,
National Guard isn't
coordinated
being
ramming
sent to
attacks
Texas.
because it's a
The National Guard
demonstration.
isn't being sent to Dallas, where that sniper was.
Because the Dallas Police Department and the governor of Texas, well, you walked right into that one, have responded to every call for assistance and help. They gave a stand-down order in Chicago, and they gave a stand-down order in Portland. Do you realize that there's 11,000 federal law enforcement officers in Oregon? That's larger than the size of the FBI. Local and state police are resourced to deal with this kind of riotous assembly, but they have refused. They've been given a stand-down order.
Wow. You walked right into that one, he said.
Well, can we play the beginning, the end, the question?
Hell yeah.
If a Democratic president someday calls the National Guard to a red state over what they see as open rebellion, but is what amounts to a demonstration.
So what he's saying there is, well, what's going to happen is there's going to be a demonstration on the right. There's a simple demonstration, and then the Democrats are going to take over, and they're going to incarcerate people and shoot them and all that. No, when you have in these quote unquote demonstrations by the left, they're shooting people, they're killing people. People have been murdered because of them demonstrating.
And people, our people, the good guys, we don't really go out and protest. We arm up. We check the ammunition at home.
Yeah.
Ken, I'm telling you, we're going to need it. With all this talk with Mondani.
They say that Barack Obama originated all this. He was the biggest salesman of ammunition in the history of America.
I remember him saying, when I hear that call to prayer,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And
Right.
and remember when they bought up the government during his term, bought it up?
Yep. That's all the time we have for Miller time, Ken.
Yeah, I know.
Miller time. Miller time.
Love it. Ken Williams, everybody. All right. One more hour to go in our 3-hour tour. Ken, honestly, great work. Great
man.
work. Chat box is next.
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
We got guests coming in.
Wheel of Fortune at 11:25.
Yeah.
Oh. Cuban sandwiches at 11:41. Maria Ruhl from Havana 61 will be with us then.
Hey, it's Susie Moore with a reminder that for 20 years, Harpo's Chesterfield has been the heart of West County's fun. With their award-winning patio, voted best in West County, and excellent sports bar atmosphere, Harpo's is your one-stop destination. The mouth-watering menu has made them famous throughout St. Louis. Plus, they've got great drink specials and the friendliest, most energetic staff around. Whether you're dining in or carrying out, Harpo's delivers fun, food, and drinks like no one else. Harpo's Chesterfield. Call 636-537-1970 or visit harposstl.com.
Hey, Colombo here for Intervine, a great local company that has customers all across the country due to the quality of their products. Intervine has the best flashlights, lanterns, headlamps, and even batteries, including the new Monster 2000 Lumen waterproof lantern and the Sentinel 2000 self-defense flashlight. Our home and vehicles are full of great Intervine products, and right now you can shop their website and get 25% off your entire purchase just by using my name, Tony, as your promo code. That's promo code Tony at Intervine.com.
Hi, Kirk Hilsinger here, and I'm the new chairman of the St. Louis Republican Central Committee. I invite you to our meetings that take place the first Thursday of every month at 3710 Hampton Avenue. You can stay connected with us to learn more about how you can get involved, make your voice heard, and contribute to our shared goals. Together, we can make a difference in the city of St. Louis and the state of Missouri. For more info, visit our new website at stl-gop.com. That's stl-gop.com.
Paid for by St. Louis City Republican PAC. Curtis Farber, Treasurer. KLGY HD3 Clayton, K270BW Bellefonte, KNBS Bowling Green. This is News Talk STL at 1019, 94.1, and always streaming at NewstalkSTL.com.
Breaking news at Town Hall. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. As the federal government shutdown drags on, millions more and more Americans are today being impacted as airlines are canceling many flights nationwide due to staffing issues. That's on top of countless others struggling with funding cuts for food stamps and other programs with no end in sight. On the Salem News program this week on Capitol Hill with Tony Perkins, House Speaker Mike Johnson says the mayoral race in New York City this week is having a negative impact on efforts in Washington to end the shutdown.
Mondani is now the new leader of the Democrat Party. And frankly, he is the reason that we're in a prolonged federal government shutdown, because the Democrats who run the House and the Senate, the two top-ranked Democrats on Capitol Hill, are also from New York. And they're terrified that they're going to get a challenge from a Mondani disciple. So this is the direction that the party is headed. They're going full Marxist and socialist. It is a dangerous turn, but they show no signs of letting up on that. And meanwhile, we're trying to apply common sense and govern for the people.
Speaker Johnson's entire This Week on Capitol Hill interview will be broadcast beginning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time Saturday on the Salem News Channel. Correspondent Ed Donahue has more about changes at the FAA as it continues to deal with the government shutdown.
It's to take pressure off air traffic controllers who are working without pay during the shutdown. Two words you don't want to hear at the airport are canceled and delay. In Dallas, Ellen Perkins' late-night flight was bumped to the next day. Anyone with plans for the weekend are anxiously waiting to find out their flight status. Reginald Dumas, also in Dallas, is trying to be patient.
I'm praying about it. It has to break.
Some airlines are planning to focus on slashing routes to and from small and medium-sized cities. Ed Donahue, Washington.
Slow going on Wall Street right now. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is down by 373 points. The Nasdaq up by 456, with the S&P 500 right now off by 80. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Do you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is letting everyone know about great debt relief options now available to help people with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of your credit card debt. Get a free debt relief consultation when you call 800-304-3399. 800-304-3399. That's 800-304-3399.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/Mike.
This hour of News Talk STL brought to you by Chris Cooper and Serenity Wealth Management. Discover little-known strategies that could be the difference between choosing the care you deserve or having someone else decide it for you. Get a free copy of Chris's book at serenityltc.com.
Psst. Want to hear the best kept secret in St. Louis? Steph's Pizza. We're not afraid to compare squares. According to our customers, we have the best St. Louis-style pizza anywhere, and we can't disagree. Dine-in, pickup, or delivery in St. Peter's, St. Charles, Lake St. Louis on Fort Trail, and the original Stefanina's in O'Fallon on Veterans Memorial Parkway. Check us out at Steph'sPizza.com. Steph's Pizza. We're not afraid to compare squares.
Jamie Allman here, tossing and turning over retirement worries. You're not alone. 3 out of 4 Americans share your concern about having enough saved. But here's the thing. A comfortable retirement isn't out of reach, even if you're planning for 30 or 40 years ahead. Every day, Jeff Portman from the Gemini Wealth Group helps people avoid the critical mistakes that can derail their retirement. Build your path to financial confidence. Visit GeminiWealthGroup.com or call Jeff directly at 314-888-0123.
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA, SIPC.
Is diabetes keeping you from enjoying life's special moments? At US Med, we understand the challenges you face, and we're here to help.
With US Med, I can finally manage my diabetes without it managing me.
US Med offers a wide range of services to simplify your diabetes care. Personalized care plans, convenient access to cutting-edge diabetes tech, and knowledgeable support. Plus, we'll check your insurance so your diabetes care may be covered at little or no cost to you.
With US Med, I feel confident and control of my diabetes. I can finally live my life to the fullest.
Don't let diabetes hold you back. Choose US Med and experience better birthdays, better adventures, better anniversaries, and better everything. Call now. US Med. Better service, better care. 800-515-2380. 800-515-2380. 800-515-2380. That's 800-515-2380.
This hour, the Vic Porcelli Show, brought to you by the Trolley Stop Bakery, the official bakery of the Vic Porcelli Show. You're listening to the Vic Porcelli Show.
A 3-hour tour, a 3-hour tour. The weather started getting rough.
We squeeze in a dry hump day under partly sunny skies.
From New Jersey to Baldwin, Missouri, to behind the microphone, taking the whoosh to the radical left and the putrid swamp. You're listening to the Vic Porcelli Show. Here he is, Vic Porcelli.
Our 3-hour tour. So this is the third hour of our 3-hour tour. So if you look to your left, you'll see, I don't know, try to make it a tour and failed miserably. You know what it's time for, Ken?
What, Vic?
Chat box. Why are you laughing? The thoughts come and they go, okay?
I liked it. It was funny. The delivery was funny.
So 101 straight ups in first. Hand clap, American flag. And Ed Stoid says deuce. And he's got a little pile of deuce there. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. No fair election.
No peace.
No fair tariffs.
No peace.
President are not listening. Kill the filibuster, Senator Thune. Donald John. Grover Cleveland Trump. Good morning, all you beautiful, mega, MAGA, ultra patriotic, deplorable, garbagian, degenerate, freedom fighting, God fearing, Vic Head weirdos. Whoosh,
whoosh,
whoosh.
I gotta change this for a second.
Why are you afraid of the whoosh?
Well, here's the. You want me to give you behind the scenes look here?
Come on, open the curtain for the people.
I fired off the chat box bed in the wrong location, so now every time I had to do something from my other pot of things that I do, you couldn't hear it.
Got it.
So now I
can
can
hear it now.
Whoosh. Yeah, now is that okay for you?
What is that supposed to mean?
Is it good?
I got another one for you.
What?
Ed says it's Friday.
Uh-oh. It's Friday?
It's Friday.
You hear that now, huh?
Ken says, hold my beer. Good morning, freedom fighters. Hi, Vic and Jessica. Hi, Ken, Caddy, and Abby. How about my kids? What's the problem with my kids, Allison? It's Friday. Whoosh. Get on the offensive. Get
Whoosh.
on the offensive. Smash that god darn rootin', tookin', rickin', frackin' like button.
Don't you cuss on this here radio.
Hey, guys, if you can help us out, you like us, right? You listen to the show, you like us? So if you like the hit the like button, that's number one. Number two, go get our podcasts. And you say, well, I already heard it. Well, tell your friends.
Right.
Send a link over to your friends.
Exactly. And if you hate us and you hate to listen,
do it all
hit
anyway.
the like button.
Right?
Please.
Please.
Smash that like button.
In the country, you see everything driving on the roads, tractors, UTVs, ATV, golf carts, etc. I've never, anywhere that I've ever lived in my life, seen a golf cart go down my street ever.
Really? Okay.
I'm sure they're fine. I'm not anti golf cart, okay?
Well, you said golf carts, but I've heard that they're golf cars.
I can't change now. I agree with Susie said it's actually not called golf cart, it's called golf car. And I'm sure that was because of some drunken driving thing.
Well, it was a golf car company that made them. That she said she represented them. And then it just transitioned from people just saying it over and over, golf carts.
Oh, I hate to break Susie's heart, but I said golf cart too long in my life.
Yeah.
Start all of a sudden saying golf car.
So what are you saying? You're too old to change, to learn, to re-educate yourself?
You go.
You want so badly to
so
say it.
bad. You can have churches, mosques, temples, etc. That's okay, but when Muslims take it violent against others, that's the red line. We will fight back. Islamists need to be defeated if they try.
Well, I think at some point it's going to come to a point to where if you don't go to the call to prayer, if you don't take your rug and put it on the ground and kneel to it, then at some point, instead of them looking at you weird, they're going to say, no, you will do it. That's the point of no return.
So they carry these rugs around with them everywhere they go?
I guess. I would imagine so.
When I hear that call to prayer in the 57 states. Right?
You do that well. Keep that up. Just to remind us.
I'm working on it. Allison says the raid in Dearborn, Michigan, the Islamic raid called Pumpkin.
Yeah, that was the Halloween massacre that they were planning.
That's right. That was in Dearborn. Oh my God.
Yeah,
why did I not put that together in my head?
And one guy was from Iran, or someone, he was related to someone from Iran.
And they plan to attack LGBTQ bars?
Yeah.
So what do they think is going to happen when they take over? Oh, you LGBTQ people.
All we can do is warn them.
You're right, Ken.
Warn the women who voted for Mamdani, warn them.
Body armor, GoPro cameras, FBI stopped that one. Nice job. Ken, I believe there is a person in the Rumble chat box I don't recognize. It's JBD10611.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Coalesce is the wrong word. Sorry. Forced acceptance, or they behead you, keep you as a slave, tax you.
That's a long word, but I agree with it.
Right. Allison, I thought LGBTQ wanted to save Palestine. Fools don't realize that they'll throw them off the roof.
Gays for Gaza.
Hannity drives me crazy. Everyone in his longtime friend. We've known each other a long time.
Long.
Oh
time.
my God.
Long forever. If you ever said if we got a big name person on the show, huge name, like a celebrity or something, you should say we've known each other a lot. You'll get a laugh out of me.
You know what? I will. I'll do it, and then I'll say, we've known each other a long time. I mean, it's been 10 whole minutes now.
Right. Like we had Jamie Lissow, and that would have been good.
Yes.
We've known each other for a real long time.
Like months. Rhinos against Trump. Demon rats. Wow. Everybody's hip to this rats term, Ken.
Well, he called himself a rat. He's Republicans against Trump. I'm like, okay, what's the acronym for that? Oh, rat. Okay, that'll work.
Cinderfer says, I can't stand Hannity. He just copied Rush when he was alive. He's not bright on his own. We listen to Tim and Chris. And then she writes, Timmy.
There we go. I love that. I only do it once a show. Every time he's on. But I do it with love.
Of course it's Timmy with love.
Because it's Timmy.
Morning, all. Hiya, Vic, baby. Hey, Ken.
What up?
I don't know if you noticed, but I got Vic, baby.
How you doing?
Cinderfer, how you doing? My wife wanted to watch the Patriot Awards last night. Hannity was a horrible host. Of course. Strangely, Kilmeade was there, but did nothing. They showed him in the audience, and he was not smiling. Yeah, he was not smiling at an interview before the event started last night either. There's something wrong in his head. He's not happy about something.
I bet we'll eventually find out about it, though.
Yeah. And even more strange, Gutfeld was not there. They did the 5 from that auditorium, and Gutfeld wasn't there, yet they did the Gutfeld show yesterday, but not from there. They did the Gutfeld show in its regular studio. Brookville is not close to Manhattan.
So do you think it had something to do with a personality conflict
No.
with someone on staff at Fox?
With Gutfeld?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. He didn't do the 5 because they did the 5 from the Patriot Awards on stage at the Patriot Awards.
Yeah.
Which is not near the studio at Fox in Manhattan.
No, what I'm saying is, though, he didn't go to the Patriot Awards. Do you think there might have been a conflict there?
Now I see what you're saying, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know that the Patriot Awards was only on Fox Nation, not regular Fox, so you have to have a subscription to watch it. So I don't know. I'd rather watch his show than watch him at the Patriot Awards anyway.
You're right.
All right. Even more. Okay, we did that one. The Democrats' witch hunt is burning at the stake. They have more evidence on Comey, handwritten notes, emails, and texts. I don't know what happened there. I don't know how the prosecutors messed this up, but the judge is saying you guys are prosecuting first and investigating later. That's not a good look at all.
No, but I'm just going to sit back and watch it play out. But my problem is that everybody keeps saying, let it play out, but it's not going to matter because he's not going to get convicted. He's not going to do it. Nothing's going to happen to him. Oh, you know what? I'm tired of hearing that.
Me too. Sure, they may have indicted Comey and others may come, but it's the venue of the trial that matters, venue shopping. This has to be stopped. The sombrero auto pen sounds so much like Susie. Did you not have Susie's face in there?
Oh, for a while I didn't.
It's all right. Happens. Oh, there she is. Oh, yeah. Good save, Ken. Northern Italian natives are blonde, blue-eyed. Have seen it with my own eyes. Was surprised. Thought they were other. Gene LC. Do we know who that is? Are we gaining listeners here by the...
No way.
By the... No way. Why would anybody listen to
How
this
you
crap?
doing?
Grazie. Olio...
What'd you say? Grazie?
Grazie.
Grazie. Okay.
Olio butter. It's not that hard, folks.
Oh, it is.
Aglio.
Say it with me. Si se puede.
Now she's got it down, but I just...
Aglio is garlic. Olio is oil.
Mm.
You put them together. You put some I'll eat just the Italian word. Anchovies. Put some anchovies in there, and then put it over spaghetti. It's the best thing. My grandmother was on the Dawes roll. I don't know what that means. Vic loses his train of thought. Ken is the engineer keeping it on track.
You're mocking me, aren't you?
He is mocking me, not you. Vic, I like Four Cornered Room by War. I love War.
Oh, yeah.
The world is a ghetto. Remember that song?
Yeah.
They had great songs. And just so you know, Jimi Hendrix jammed with War the night that he died.
Mm.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Vic, watch The Boy in the Woods on Prime. True story about a young Jewish boy. You know what, Allison? I will do it. Sydney has great genes. You bet. Sydney, a modern-day dolly. Nice flotation devices. Yes, we are men. Love you, ladies.
Y'all fired.
Yep. Watching Tulsa King. Only Murders in the Building. Okay. All the NCIS series. So my problem with Only Murders in the Building is Martin Short. Can't stand them.
Can't do it.
Can't watch them. I can't stand them. I love Steve Martin. Love it.
Yeah.
Selena Gomez, I don't mind.
Yeah.
But I cannot do Martin Short. Can't. Hate him.
Correct!
Thank you. JC Ego Machine. Rather wish Vic did a weekly music show. You give me more work to do. Let JC do it. True ladies love real men. Don't fight against reality and nature. There have to be good reasons to put up with our crazy. We also put up with yours. Absolutely. Are you kidding me?
You hear women on the left. I'm independent. I don't need a man. I don't. You know what? When they're by themselves at home and they're sitting with their cats, they're thinking about somebody, and it's not a girl.
Oops, bad edit there. Skip the grammatical error. No problem. Cartoon of Miller is perfect. It really is. Cinderfers. I swear to God, I watch it, and I wish I was stoned because it would look like it's actually what he's saying. It's that good. Conservatives are actually the ones for equal rights for everyone. That's true. Lib turds, commies are actually for equality for those who pick. For those they pick. Damn the rest.
Wee doggy jelly, man. It sure is hot out there.
When the right eventually protests, you know what it will be, and they'll run like the rats that they are. Vic likes a good Chianti. Ken says, hold my beer. I think Ed wants to work in the writing department here at the station. Hey, y'all have a blessed day. Marty Short, hate him. Hey, I cannot stand Martin Short. Scotty Downey, Navy Chief. Hoo-yah, Navy.
Thank you, Navy Chief.
Happy Friday, gents and fellow Vic Heads. Have a blessed day and a wonderful weekend, everyone. Thank you, Chief.
Good morning, St. Louis.
Happy Friday, everyone. Donald J. Trump is our president. Don't worry. He's taking care of business. We're going to be just fine. Just wait and see. Have a wonderful weekend. Kathleen says, good morning, bam, bam. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend, everybody. Good morning, Freedom Fighters. Good morning, Vic Head Patriots. Good morning, Freedom Fighting Vic Heads. Watched the Patriot Awards last night. Would have been better without Hannity. Many don't understand that the Crusades were a result of 400 years of Islam, Muslims' domination of the Holy Land, where Christians and Jews were being slaughtered.
Yeah.
Remember, war is hell. Tim Sampson, I don't remember him either.
Hey, Tim.
Tim, how you doing, baby?
How you doing?
How you doing, baby?
No, that's true, though. That's why it happened that way.
Amy says, Susie has such patience for us.
A little bit.
Ken can't say olio, you, but Vic can't say
Rural.
rural.
Rural. You sound like ragged.
Scooby?
Scooby. Ruby Doo.
In that AI video you found?
Yeah.
So I want you to know, and I hate to tell you this,
yeah,
but Grok said it was not AI. Grok said it was real.
What?
The dog and the baby.
No.
Scooby Doo.
No, I have him saying it was AI.
Huh.
And he actually gave a source. Originally, Grok did say that it was not AI. And that's when they all of a sudden started to pile on, and then somebody went over and another person, I didn't do it, but somebody else asked Grok again and said, Grok, are you sure you need to double check this? He went, you know how Grok does his deep dive?
Yeah.
Yeah. He went deeper and he goes, oh, it was actually from this company.
So you're right.
I was right. I was right. Yeah. Sorry, Vic.
No, hey, I was on your side because the kid crying, you don't see any water on the kid's face. You don't see any tears. Tears just don't go down and stop at the cheek.
No. And another part of this, if you look really, really closely, when the actual kind of weird looking thing he does, the baby's fine until a certain point you see him. His ear's gone until for like a tenth of a second, and it pops. It's not like he turns his head and you can suddenly see it. It's not there, and then suddenly it's there. That's when I'm saying something is weird.
So if you're listening to the station right now, say it with me. Down goes Grok. Down goes Grok.
That's right.
There's Ken in his corner, as poised as can be. All right, Wheel of Audio. That's not this day is confusing me because everything is not where it belongs.
No, it's not. But you know what? It's fun still.
And we have to accommodate Havana 1961 restaurant. Yeah. What did I say
there, Vic?
What did I say?
Man.
Wheel of Audio.
You must have got manure for your brain.
Okay. Wheel of Audio Clips is next on 101.9 and 94.1. News Talk STL, #1 for live and local conservative talk.
The Vic Porcelli Show.
This is taking forever.
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
Get me out of here!
All we need is a drama for people who only need a beat. Yeah.
St. Louis's new choice for conservative talk. Live and local.
I need to know what's going on in my city.
News Talk STL.
Long before hospitals had sports injury clinics, Esquire Sports Medicine was already treating and healing those injuries. Esquire chiropractic physicians don't just deal with the spine, neck, back, knees, also your muscular system. You're in a wreck, injured on the job, Esquire's ready. And I know if you're hurting, you don't want to wait. Esquire Sports Medicine sees new patients within 24 hours on Big Bend, just north of Highway 40. EsquireSportsMedicine.com.
SR1 Sundays.
Hi, this is Elizabeth Kaiser. Be sure and check out my show, Straight Lines, this and every Sunday at 8 p.m., right after Stand and Fight, part of SR1 Sundays. Let's meet right here and let's peel back some layers of this crazy world, and you might be surprised at what we find. Straight Lines with Elizabeth Kaiser on SR1 Sundays at 8 p.m., right here on 101.9, 94.1 News Talk STL.
Straight Lines with Elizabeth Kaiser on News Talk STL.
Concerned about the condition of your windows driving up your energy bills? I was too. Until I called STL Windows and Doors. Call today for your free in-home estimate and start saving tomorrow. 314-277-5952 or stlwindowsanddoors.com.
Tom Shaw Realtor is representing the sale and development of more than 150,000 acres. Selling, buying. Call Tom, 636-432-1922. Ask about hunting leases. ShawRealtors.com.
Right now, 1 in 4 women in America will have an abortion before age 45. But together, we can save lives. Mike Ferguson from The Morning Show here. Reach Reproductive Health is here to equip parents in crisis situations to choose life. And Reach also empowers them to be parents and to come to Christ. Be a part of it this holiday season. Visit outreachforlife.org to learn more and to support this life-saving work. That's outreachforlife.org.
All the information I need on the drive to work.
Mike Ferguson in the morning. I keep it on throughout the day, whether it's local, national, or something big that's happening overseas.
News, analysis, and opinion.
St. Louis is #1 for conservative talk.
News Talk STL.
Whoosh.
Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019. The Vic Porcelli Show.
I'm smart. Not like everybody says. Like, no, I'm smart and I want respect.
On News Talk STL.
Is that supposed to be me?
No.
I was Fredo?
Not that you know of. No, it's not you. It's a statement.
So, once again, separating the art from the politics.
Right.
Did you ever see the movie Analyze This?
Yes, I did.
Billy Crystal and Robert De Niro. So Billy Crystal is a lawyer who gets mixed up with Robert De Niro's character, who's a mob boss, but he cries and he has all these problems.
And I loved it when he cried.
Yeah.
I thought it was so funny.
So Billy Crystal in the movie has this dream, and it's the scene in The Godfather when he gets shot, when he's got the oranges, and Fredo just goes, "Papa!"
Right.
And Billy Crystal tells Robert De Niro about it. He goes, and you were just saying, "Papa." And Robert De Niro goes, "I was Fredo? I don't think so." All right, let's go.
Wheel of Audio Clips.
Brought to you by Johnson Heating and Cooling, making homes comfortable all year round. 636-332-4141. It's America's favorite game show, The Wheel of Audio Clips. Here's the host of Wheel of Audio Clips, Vic Porcelli.
Thank you, Jim Moslin. Studio audience. How you doing? How you doing, ladies? Ken's right here. We'll sign autograph later.
Vic. There he is, right there.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Another one of those behind the curtain questions. Little inside radio stuff. The Johnson Heating and Cooling thing that went over that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Did you do that right now, or is that on it?
It's on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't mess with that.
But if you could, you would.
Well, yeah.
If you had to, you could.
Well, I had to put it on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that before we
All right.
came in here.
Well done, Gilligan. Well done.
Okay.
Okay. Spin the wheel and let's go.
All right.
Because I believe Cuban sandwiches are on their way. Okay. Let's see where the wheel is going to stop this week. There's a lot of audio in the news that we use all week. Oh, God. So, okay, a couple of things about this. You're going to hear Nancy Pelosi referring to our president as a vile creature. What kind of decorum is that? You know?
Oh, yeah.
We call Joe Biden stupid. That's a little different than calling somebody a vile creature.
Well, we're not the leader of the House.
Right, that's true.
Okay.
All right, Nancy Pelosi, go.
He's just a vile creature. The worst thing on the face of the earth. But anyway.
You think he's the worst thing on the face of the earth?
I do. Yeah, I do.
Why is that?
Because he's the president of the United States and he does not honor the Constitution of the United States. In fact, he's turned the Supreme Court into a rogue court. He's abolished the House of Representatives. He's chilled the press. He's scared people who are in our country legally.
Shut up.
I knew you were, Ken. I knew you were going to do that. So I had no idea that there is no more House of Representatives. Did you know that?
No, I'm glad you announced that.
There's only the Senate now.
Did you ever have like a conversation with somebody and they completely lose their thought and they completely lose an argument?
You deal with it every day. With me.
No. What I'm saying is, Vic, she really is so angry at him.
Mm-hmm.
She has TDS flooding through her bloodstream so badly that she can't even speak anymore. I mean, she's just throwing stuff out there. The house is gone. Everybody's dead. We're just going to die.
So the Trump and all capsules might not help her.
They may not. I don't know if this is the worst case I have ever heard of.
We may have to use IV.
Or blood transfusion.
Blood transfusion, that would work.
Completely, yeah.
All right, spin the wheel.
All right.
No more Nancy Pelosi, please. I beg of you. No more Nancy Pelosi. Got it?
I didn't understand you with that in your mouth. Had a little peanut butter in your mouth there.
Well, clearly you didn't, because you landed on Nancy Pelosi again.
Right.
The reason why, she's such a hero. This is why I'm in Congress, to win back the House.
Sure.
From the poison.
So for me, it's just a question of one thing, winning the House for the Democrats. And that's what we're doing with Proposition 50. It's the first step. And then we go from there to winning. And my only reason I'm in Congress this term is to win the House for the Democrats, to protect us from the
Shut up.
poison of the Trump administration.
Shut up.
You know what, Ken?
What?
She is a parody of herself. She is a parody of someone. She is a parody of her drunk.
Yes.
Like the arms. Look, he's a vile creature. You
So
do it. You
for
do it
me,
better than
it's
me.
just a question of
For me, it's just a question
Of-
of whatever the question might be.
What?
So it's a question, whatever that question may be. And then we'll go there. Because I hate him. He's vile.
Can't you see the hands?
The hands have
Right?
to go. It's got to be the hands, yeah.
All right, spin the wheel. Gosh, it's the worst. I don't think we've. I don't even think we've called them vile, have we?
Maybe.
Maybe we have.
Probably have.
Not the president, though. We didn't call Biden.
Oh,
vile.
maybe.
Okay, but he was. Vile.
I did call him a pedophile.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so this is nobody that you know. This is just an American citizen. I'm assuming a New Yorker, and this is a woman, right?
Not sure.
What?
Not sure. We'll play it and we'll find out, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I guess so. But the election of Mondami, what it's going to do to New York?
Why are you guys so
Oops,
bothered
okay.
when Mondami wins the mayor of New York City? It is a Democrat-run, liberal-run city, and nothing will differ other than he is a communist, and he will quadruple down on stupid, and they will become irrelevant as people and businesses flee, and the infrastructure and the businesses and the real estate market collapses around it. Before long, there will be no liberalism in which to speak of because it's crumbling around them and they continue to vote for stupid. Why are you angry about this? A Democrat was getting elected in New York City no matter what. They just picked the one that's going to burn the city down faster.
See, I agree with that, Vic. Everybody was so worked up. Oh, Democrats won. All these, they won blue states, blue cities. I mean, we expected that to happen. Yes, the numbers were different than we thought they would be, but they still won. The blue areas became bluer. It's not that much of a difference.
I agree with all of that. But New York City has been the financial capital of the world.
Oh, yeah.
It's been the entertainment capital of the world. It's been the sports capital of the world in certain years. And I get it. New York is blue. But what if, Ken, New York, in radio terms, we go by the radio market number, right? And New York has been number one since they started doing ratings.
Right.
What if it's not anymore?
Oh, well.
Right? But I mean,
they're going to feel it. I think that they do influence things around the country. Culturally, maybe. But we're not going to be affected directly by New York. New Yorkers are going to be. I think we're going to see that.
Do you think Wall Street would move to Florida?
I think they would almost have to if it really became embedded that the Islamist socialist is running the birthplace of American capitalism.
You know what? It's amazing that might happen. That might happen.
Yeah.
All right, Kenny, spin the wheel. I'm done with all this crap. All this is a vehicle to get me to a Cuban sandwich. I'm kidding. I love my job.
You're obsessing.
Oh, look. It's the new mayor-elect of New York City. So do you remember, Ken, when President Reagan said, government isn't the solution to the problem. Government is the problem.
Right.
Yeah, he doesn't feel that way.
But the question is how you'll make them free.
We will fund the revenue that would have otherwise been brought in from fares. And that's something that we would do in partnership with Albany. And I've put
How?
forward two proposals. The first is to raise taxes on the top 1% of New Yorkers by 2%. That would raise $4 billion. The second is to raise the state's top corporate tax rate to match that of New Jersey, which would raise $5 billion.
It's almost like she thought, I mean, this was left-leaning
of course.
anchor. But she knew it was going to be taxes. And it was almost like she said, oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
So this could happen. if the richest 1% of people who live in New York move out of New York, then your richest are not as rich as the ones that moved out. And if you tax those rich, that's not going to come up to the number that you need to do everything you want to do.
No, you keep putting that kind of pressure on people. Why would they stay? I mean, you know, they were saying, well, they're only going to be putting taxes on the ultra rich, the billionaires. No. If you're a millionaire in New York, I guarantee you're going to feel effects by this.
And if all those billionaires move out of New York, and now you're taxing just those lowly millionaires,
yeah,
that's not enough. It's not the money he thinks he's going to get from the billionaires.
No.
You see what I'm saying?
But that's what the economists are saying, Vic. They're saying there's no way this is sustainable. There's no way that what he wants to do with this city is sustainable. It's not going to work.
All right, you know what? I'm not going to say anything anymore because let him do what he wants to do, and then let's see what happens.
So what I said from the beginning, I guess we're just going to have to see what.
Just let him do what he wants to do, and then when we're right, guess what? We're going to say we were right.
Well, when we find out the result, hopefully they'll see it in New York and say, well, looks like we better vote a different way now.
I don't know if they'll ever learn their lesson, Ken.
I can't even imagine one single Jew in New York voting for him. I can't. It's like, I don't know. I can't. The comparison is like a wolf saying, I'm going to take care of the chicken coop. And the chicken say, yeah, he looks like a really nice guy. He's smiling. Look at his big teeth and mouth.
Teeth.
Yeah, he's smiling really good.
You nailed a meme. There's a meme that I've seen about 100 times in the last couple of months. It's a wolf who's running for office, and he's giving a speech to all the sheep. And he says, and if I'm elected, I'm going to be a vegetarian.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Right there. All
right. Can we do one more?
Yeah.
All right. Spin the wheel. All right. Let's see. Oh, well, thank God. At least we'll hear some of President Donald John Grover Cleveland Trump on 60 Minutes.
Is this retribution on your part?
No, it's the opposite. I think I've been very mild-mannered. You're looking at a man who was indicted many times, and I had to beat the rap. Otherwise, I couldn't have run for president. They tried to get me not to run for president by going after me and by indicting me.
The big lie is a lot of bullshit. That's what it is.
All right, so it's time we have for the wheel of audio clips. All right. Thank you so much for listening to the Wheel of Audio Clips. This is Vic Porcelli saying help control the liberal population. Have your liberals spayed or neutered. Goodbye, everybody. All right. I think possibly, Ken, there may be Cuban sandwiches on the way. We'll see. Maria Ruhl from Havana 1961 is next on 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL.
Watch us on our live stream using Rumble, Facebook, and Twitter. Vic and Ken.
You mean those other two idiots?
The Vic Porcelli Show on 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL.
Whoosh.
On the next Larry Connors USA.
Today's story behind the story, the tragic suicide of St. Louis meteorologist Bob Richards.
Larry Connors USA. Now weeknights 6 until 8 on News Talk STL.
For over half a century, Joe Bacardi's has been serving up a little taste of Italy right here in St. Louis. Family owned since 1971, we're more than just a restaurant. We're a local landmark. With 4 convenient locations, we offer something for everyone, from our famous pizzas to mouth-watering entrees and delicious salads. Dine in with a glass of wine or grab a quick carryout. Whether it's dinner for 2 or catering for a crowd, Joe Bacardi's has you covered. Visit joebacardis.com and join our loyalty program. Joe Bacardi's, where every meal ends with buon appetito.
I'm Missouri Attorney General Catherine Hanaway. Fraud and scams can strike anyone.
My office works to ensure that Missouri is free from deception and unfair practices. Last year, we handled over 65,000 consumer complaints and returned more than $400 million to Missourians. If you've been a victim of fraud, call 800-392-8222 or visit ago.mo.gov.
Paid for by the Missouri Attorney General's Office. I'm Dr. TJ, owner of the Institute of Natural Health, co-owner of Optimal Nutraceuticals, and the host of Wellness One. Wellness One is designed to cut through the nonsense and provide you common sense science-based information regarding health and wellness. On the show, we discuss topics like thyroid health, gut health, hormone optimization, and many others. Our show airs Saturdays at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. and Sundays at 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. right here on NewstalkSTL. And you can visit us at inhstl.com. That's inhstl.com.
Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019. Vic and Ken. Ken can recite the alphabet backwards. Vic can recite the alphabet forwards. The Vic Porcelli Show on 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL.
All right, good old friends back in the studio with us. Maria Ruhl, the owner of Havana 1961. Her son James is here with us as well. Welcome back, Maria. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Doing good. And James, welcome to the show.
Hey, James.
Thank you for having me.
Good
Hi,
to
Maria.
have you. So Maria sits down. She's just about ready to put her headphones on, and she says to me, "Did you see what happened in New York?"
Oh,
how do you feel about it?
I'm upset about it. I mean, my mom and my sister still live in New York.
They left socialism to now have
To be in socialism again. Yeah. You know, we talked the first time we had your mom in. I said, you know, people don't understand what it was like to live under Castro, and she lived under Castro.
So I have a good story on that.
Yeah,
just
sure.
recently.
Just get a little closer to the mic.
Recently, with the hurricane that hit down there, Hurricane Melissa, I believe, the Cuban government. This is how socialism works. So you got hit by a natural catastrophe. Your house destroyed. The government says, "Okay, cool. We're going to give you the material half off. Okay, our material half off." Well, we don't have the money to pay for that material. Okay, well, that's cool. We're going to open the banks then so you can borrow the money to buy our material. And so they do that. And then they say, okay, now you're borrowing your money, right? You're borrowing the government money. Now you have to repay it. Well, these people work for what? To supply their own government, their own people, because everything's self-sufficient, because that's socialism. So how do they pay back the loans that they took? They can't. So now the government owes them even more.
Oh, my God.
And that's a true story. That's literally what's happening there right now.
And that's, you know, I mean, New York City's already built and all that stuff, you know, but still there are so many different ways that the government and socialism will take over, you know. And Maria, how long have you been in this country now? Remind me.
Since I was 3 years old. So
That's a
many,
long
many,
time.
many years.
And when you look back, I mean, it's hard for you to remember everything because you were so young.
Yeah.
What stories from the generation above you, horror stories, right?
I'm still hearing them. I mean, where people just, they don't have electricity for weeks on end. They don't have running water for weeks on end. And this is now. You know, they go into a street where there's like a pothole with water, sewer water, and that's how they take baths because they don't have anything.
Yeah.
It's just a
They
horrible.
they have free education, they have free healthcare, which is great, and they have some of the best healthcare in the country, in the world. But poverty shouldn't be the main.
I was just saying, don't hit that table. It bounces and makes a lot of noise.
Universal health care is great, but you could die of cancer waiting for the operation.
Exactly.
You know,
exactly.
That actually happens.
That's a big thing now. There are kids that are sick with some kind of disease and they have no medicine. The beds, they have no blankets, they have no bedding. It's just horrible.
So I want to get from both of you.
I wanted to ask it real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
Real quick with the healthcare, because I know this is a big concern
Yeah,
for
of
Maria
course,
and
yeah,
James.
yeah.
Here, this is my thought about it, because you've got a shutdown right now. It's based on the ACA. They're the socialist healthcare. It is really what it is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Obamacare.
Obamacare, yeah, but it's socialism.
No,
I mean, really is.
Obamacare was a trick. They tried telling you, oh, you're paying for insurance, which is still paying for a tax in a way. And then they told you if you didn't, you would get penalized for it. Now, I know that part didn't happen, but if it would have, and we would have agreed to it, then what?
Right.
Same thing.
We're right there.
Right.
So, all right. So very quickly, on medical, we'll stick on it for a second. My wife's biological mother's sister had breast cancer, and she didn't make it because of the weight. She had to wait like 6 months, and she ended up dying of the breast cancer. And that's what's going to happen, right?
That's
what's
what
happening.
happens. That's
Yeah.
what happens. Yeah.
So I want to hear from both of you. Maria, we'll start with you. What is going to happen in your mind? You have relatives there now in New York City with this new mayor. I mean, people are taking it lightly. He's fine. But what do you think is going to happen?
I refuse to even listen to anything he has to say. I can't. Emotionally, it takes a toll on me because my mom's 85 years old. She's on Medicaid. She's on all kinds of Medicare and stuff. What's going to happen?
Yeah.
And then we got the government shut down on top of that.
So,
go. No, you go ahead. Jim.
So here's what I think is going to happen. He's basing this on what? The higher class paying for it, right?
Yep.
What happens if the higher class leave New York?
Didn't I just say that?
He did.
I swear to
And then
God.
who's it going to go to? The medium class? What happens if they leave
That's
New York?
exactly what I said. When the billionaires move out and you got to tax those lowly millionaires, it's still not going to equal the money.
I mean, New York is a good example. If this is where you want our country to go, what happens when all the billionaires leave our country to go to other countries? Who's going to eventually pay for all this?
And then you Maria, you said that your mother is there, and
My
she's
mother's
85.
85.
We had a listener yesterday call and say, "Listen, I get what you're saying about moving out of New York, but there are people that are of an age they can't do that.
They can't move out.
There's no way that they can move. They're stuck there.
Yeah.
They are stuck to face what they left."
Yeah.
I mean, New Yorkers are tough, and they've been through a lot. And sadly, a lot of them. I mean, I watched the videos and stuff. They'd ask about Madani, and people just don't know anything about him. They just know he's popular.
So let's elect him. That's great.
That's it.
Good thinking.
Yeah.
Well, James, I want to ask you because you're another generation that has seen it from a further distance. I mean, you weren't directly. Were you directly impacted?
I was born in the 80s, so I'm the last generation of pre-technology to technology. So before, and yeah, the country's changed quite a bit. I mean, gas from 98 cents to $3 a gallon. I mean,
when I came here from New Jersey, gas was 88 cents a gallon.
But I mean, we're feeling it even in the restaurant. The food prices are
everything.
going up.
From 5 years ago, pre-COVID, 2019, when we opened our first restaurant, Papu's, the pricing compared to then to now is just astronomical.
Yeah.
I mean,
have you ever been to Cuba?
I've not. It's something I've actually been working on for a long time. I would love to. I know I can do a humanitarian mission or something like that, but I would love to go there just independently as an American.
You speak Spanish fluently?
A little bit, un poquito. I mean, I understand it way better than I speak it, but every day I learn a little more and more. Yeah. So,
but James, you've heard all the stories, though. I mean, you grew up with it.
So before all this that we've done with the restaurant, back when I lived in Florida, I've sent letters to Marco Rubio. I have a letter from Trump about Cuba. I message. I a lot behind the scenes. I don't talk about it openly, but I do a lot to try to help the Cuban people and the government because to me it doesn't make any sense. A country so close to us, and we're not helping.
90 miles.
And they're going through the same thing that North Korea goes through and everything else. And there's so many other countries in the world that bash them for it. And here we are, so close. So
listen,
close.
These aren't secrets, right, Maria? These aren't secrets. These videos have been around on television for years and years and years. Yeah. When Castro took over in 59, we've been seeing them. So what makes people so stupid to elect a guy who's going to bring New York City to that level?
I honestly I can't wrap my head around who would vote for him knowing the socialism of it, because everybody knows about what Cuba has gone through, not just with Castro, but with his brother now. And I don't understand what kind of people would vote for him.
It's because the younger generations hate corporate America. So when they hear free this and free that, and I mean, we know this in a restaurant business, anytime I hire new employees and stuff like that, I have to train them on normal things like taking out trash and doing dishes because the way they're raised is no longer the way you're supposed to be raised. They are raised to be entitled. And I hate to say that word, but it's so true. And even working for a paycheck, My oldest kid messaged me the other day, and he said, "I'm just tired of doing everyone's job." I said, "Well, that's because they're used to you doing everyone's job,
right?
And they've realized if they complain, they bitch, if they do whatever they do. Sorry, I'm not.
No, you're okay.
Then they know that you'll do it. You'll pick up the slack, and they're getting paid the same as you.
They're taking advantage of them.
Yeah, and that's everywhere in this country right now. In the world, that's what's happening.
And we got Maria Ruhl. She's the owner of Havana 1961 restaurant, and James, the son of Maria. Maria, here's my theory that, and I'm sure it's a wide theory, that Biden inflation raised the prices of food originally.
Yes.
It's easy for inflation to take hold like it did, but it's hard to bring that back down. You, as a small business owner of Havana 1961 restaurant, how would you feel about, how would you be able to, how are they going to be able to bring prices down now?
Honestly, I don't see them doing it. I don't see how they're going to be able to
So
bring.
these prices are here to stay.
Yeah.
I disagree.
What do you think, James? Say it.
I think we have a huge country. I think we can self-resilient. think we can be self-resilient in a lot of ways. We still have farmers. We still have land. We can still.
We don't have enough farmers, but go ahead.
But we can. Yeah. But it's nothing that's not teachable.
Right.
And technology is a big thing. If
Of
we're
course.
going to push to be number one in technology, that's something that we can take advantage of technology, the land we have, make our food back home, use our cows, use our milk, everything back at home. I don't see how that could not be cheaper.
Right.
You know,
let's talk food.
Yeah.
Havana 1961. When I first heard you guys were coming in, obviously the first thing I thought of was a Cuban sandwich, right?
And she didn't bring you any last time, right?
Yeah, I didn't bring any.
Don't
last
be
time.
so accusatory.
No,
What are you doing?
You said next time, make sure you bring them. I told you I heard this.
Thank you, James.
I love it. But yeah, obviously we talked about, I still can't remember the name of that movie. It was a guy had a food truck. John Leguizamo was in it. And John Favreau was in it. And they made Cuban sandwiches.
Okay.
And we used to do this thing with this lady. She used to show at restaurants. She used to show the movies.
The chef.
The chef.
Yeah,
chef?
yeah, it was the original chef. Yes.
When we'll get to that part in the movie, they'd stop the movie and we'd all eat. And during that, we all ate Cuban sandwiches and then went back to the movie. That was my first experience with a Cuban sandwich. So what is a Cuban sandwich?
So it's ours is similar to the ones in Florida. My sauce is not just straight mustard. It's a mayo mustard mix with spices. Then it's pickle, it's Swiss cheese, ham, our roasted pork, and then we press it.
Wow.
And yeah. I do mine getting a little differently. I'm not going to give out my trade secrets, but I do mine a little different. I boast on this sandwich. I've been working on this sandwich for about 6-7 years.
Love it.
Yeah, it's my favorite sandwich. There's a competition in Florida. They have the best Cuban sandwich every year, and I've been
want to go next year.
Every year I keep telling her, let's go. And we never done it, and I want to go because that's how strongly I feel on it.
We've had so many listeners send us emails saying we went there and it's amazing.
Yeah. Just you sent me an email of somebody who went and had a great time.
Yeah.
And had great
I got
food.
2
Service
Cubans
and
in here for
everything.
you. there's 3 regular Cubans in here, and then I have 3 Tampa style Cubans in there with salami. The only difference with mine and theirs is I also had bacon on mine.
Oh,
so it's got bacon, ham, and salami, and it's delicious. This bag, if you guys lift this bag, it's 6 sandwiches. It weighs over 10 pounds.
Oh my God.
I tried to lift it when I was
Holy
moving
cow.
the microphone.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's heavy.
So
It's heavy.
Maria, Florida, have you been?
Yeah.
Have you lived there?
Yeah.
How long?
I've been off and on for a couple of years.
Because I can only say what I've seen. Like, this is so stupid, but the show Dexter, the show Dexter,
Yeah.
It's set in Miami, right? Miami PD, and they have all this, Hispanic music,
A lot of flavor, man.
yeah, and it just looks
That's
like,
Miami.
yeah,
No, for real. That is Miami.
But
I know.
Yeah.
When you walk into a restaurant, that's what people, you got an email, they enjoyed it.
Yeah.
We make them, all their problems kind of like step back for a while. They're like on the vacation again.
Ugh.
It's flowers and it's just beautiful in there. And people are like, oh, and then we treat them like family. Like I'll sit down, I'll pull a chair
That's what they
and
said.
I'll talk to them. Yeah.
I made a joke during the summer because our building was built in 1886, something like that. It's an old brick building, so it's like an oven. And in the summer, it was our first summer. We've just been open since May, so it got really, really hot in there. I'm talking about 86 degrees.
Oh
So
my
when
God.
people came in, I said, well, it's a traditional experience. Like, this is Cuba in a
You
nutshell.
used it,
Yeah. You're sweating. You're eating, but the food is good. The fan is blowing. The
That
drinks are
is
great.
great.
So.
Holy cow, that's great. So beyond the Cuban sandwiches, give me a quick rundown of the menu.
Sopa vieja. We have oxtails. Oxtails. Oh my God, they're amazing.
Are
They're
they
like
real oxtails?
they're
Real
real
oxtails. Yep.
They're like I tell people it's like a roast on steroids. It's just
so
really
funny.
good.
It's really
Yeah.
good. The oxtail meat falls right off the bone. It's like a stew almost, but it is. It's.
We got
it's
the
delicious.
best black beans around.
Oh,
We
man.
I love black beans.
And we have a lot of authentic Cuban food, and I don't want your listeners and everyone to know that my job primarily in the restaurant is, because I am an American, is I took our Cuban food and I Americanized it. That's where the sandwiches come from. I have tacos, I have wings, I have a bunch of quesadillas. Oh, sorry.
The mom keeps-
I keep tapping. I apologize.
She keeps pushing you towards the mic.
I know.
It's so funny.
I have quesadillas coming in December. I have a whole line of quesadillas, and I'm talking about I have ambitions. I'm trying to get us a Michelin star.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Let us know when that happens.
I'm working on it.
That is
I'm
awesome.
working on it.
So locations?
100 Main Street, St. Peters, Missouri.
Maria Ruhl and James, mom and son, making some great food, authentic Cuban food. Thank you guys so much
You're welcome.
for coming in.
Thank you
Maria,
for having us.
Great to see you again. And we're going to come up there and check it out sometime when it's not 86 degrees in there.
And nice to meet
there's
you
some
too,
great-
James.
Yeah, nice to
You
meet
seem
you
like
guys.
you
I love
work
it. This
really
is
hard,
great.
man.
Yeah.
And you're welcome back, man.
Hey,
You just want to
anytime,
sit.
have us. I love it. Yeah, you can invite me anytime.
Talk some
I'm
politics.
so
All right.
opinionated.
He loves talking politics.
I do.
I'm so opinionated.
All right.
20 years of watching it, but I never talk about it because everyone
Keep
hates me when I
tuning
do
in.
it,
You
so.
get up to speed, then you can come in and talk with us.
I will.
Thanks for having the record player on at night to listen to us this morning.
Make sure you have the record player on at night.
And we will see you Monday. Have a great weekend. Keep it here on 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL, because the king of the 3-martini lunch, Jamie Allman, is next. Maria, James, thanks so much.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you guys.
Adios.
Thank you.
God bless everybody.
Adios, right?
Yeah, adios.
Yeah.
Everything will go my way and I won't have to say it on the weekend. Here come the weekend. Here come the weekend. My working week's so tough, I think I've had enough until the weekend. Here come the weekend. Here come the weekend. Here come the weekend.
Storm damage got you stressed out? Don't worry. Call Mario and his team at Top Quality Exteriors. We're your local St. Louis neighbors. Mario and his team specialize in roofing, siding, and gutters. Whether you need a few shingles replaced or a complete exterior makeover, we bring quality work with real results at an affordable price. Plus, we'll work with your insurance company to get your claim approved and help you get your repairs done quickly. Call for a free estimate today, 314-618-8888. BBB accredited and ready to roll. 314-618-8888.
Yes, it's been really hot and humid, but fall and winter right around the corner. Tim Jones here to tell you, time to get a hold of Chad Hansen and the gang at Hansen's Tree Service for your home or your business. Grinding, land clearing, green waste recycling, tree consulting, removal, or pruning. The organic mulch from Hansen's a wonderful addition to beautify and spruce up all your landscape beds. They offer substantial volume discounts for bulk orders and emergency tree removal. Just go to hansenstree.com. That's hansenstree.com.
Now, the Free Market Minute, brought to you by the Hammond Institute for Free Enterprise at Lindenwood University.
Hey, it's Mike Ferguson from The Morning Show. I am here with Dr. Grant Black. And Grant, entrepreneurship, it's one of those buzzwords we hear a lot about, but is entrepreneurship really important to the economy?
It definitely is. Entrepreneurship is a consistent contributor to economic growth. It creates new products and services that people value. It creates the new businesses that provide them. It fosters innovation that improves productivity, and it increases beneficial competition. It generates jobs, income, wealth mobility, and even tax revenues that all support and enhance communities. Entrepreneurship matters, so we need to help it thrive in all our communities.
The John W. Hammond Institute for Free Enterprise at Lindenwood University fosters and examines market-oriented approaches to economic and social issues. To learn more, visit hammondinstitute.org.
KLGY HD3 Clayton, K270BW Bellefonte, KNBS Bowling Green. This is News Talk STL at 101.9, 94.1, and always streaming at newstalkstl.com.
Breaking news at Town Hall. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington.
The Trump administration is appealing a judge's order to fully fund the SNAP food aid program this month.
A U.S. district judge directed the administration to distribute November's full SNAP benefits, but Trump officials have asked a federal appeals court to block the order. The administration said it doesn't want to spend more money than is available in the contingency fund. Federal food aid to tens of millions of Americans has been cut because of the ongoing government shutdown. Greg Clugston, Washington.
And President Trump, worried about the accessibility to rare earth minerals, says the U.S. is now looking toward Asia.
One of the key items on our agenda is critical minerals. In recent weeks, my administration has strengthened American economic security by forging agreements with allies and friends across the world to broaden our critical mineral supply chain.
The president hosting leaders of 5 Central Asian countries at the White House last night as he intensifies his hunt for rare earth minerals.